Tuesday night. Wednesday, partly sunny and humid, a couple of thunderstorms, upper 80s to near 90 on Wednesday. There's a cool front trying to get through, but it never really makes it, and then it just kind of waves around. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company. Time's always changing, but Penn Mutual stands the test of time. The 178-year young mutual company is leading the way in life insurance. Ask your independent advisor or go to pennmutual.com/STL. We've got sunshine. It's 88 downtown at the Arch. Feels like 92. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Monday to you. Good to be back from vacation. It's always weird.
Day one.
25 years of this, and it's always the same where I don't even run anything. Like, I don't touch a single button during the show, but Rach, whenever you come back from Japan, you're like, I don't know any of these buttons. And when I come back, I'm like, me not know, say words funny. So...
I get that sometimes after like one long weekend. I'll come back in and be like, so wait, where do I log in? What's my password? What's going on?
Yeah.
It's good to have you back, though.
Thank you. It's good to be back. I listened to you guys a little bit, just enough to, check in, make sure the show is still on. We hadn't been fired.
Crash it. Yeah, we didn't crash it. It's all good.
Did you listen on the Odyssey app, Dave?
I did.
Very nice.
Yes, I did. So easy.
The fender might be dented a little bit. Otherwise, it's fine.
Yeah, I can live with that. Speaking of fender dented, so we flew into Florida. I'll get to that in a minute. And then we rented the biggest vehicle I've ever driven. I think it was a Yukon XL.
Yeah.
And which, we had 5 people, so we needed it.
Yeah.
But the parking places at this resort where we stayed are tiny. Tiny. And so the very first day, I'm pulling it in and I'm scraping down the wheel well.
Oh, no.
Yes. So, and everyone's out of the car, so I don't have that added stress. And so at one point, I'm just sitting there with the car up against the pillar because there are pillars. You have to pull into these pillars. And then I'm like, okay, put in reverse. Easy. And it was like a little scraped. We'll see if Avis catches it.
Yeah. Yes, because you do the quick drop-offs at the airport and all that. Yeah,
the quickest in history.
Yeah.
The car was still moving.
You kept it rolling. Dave's like, here you go, take it.
Here you go, thanks.
I have a sneaking suspicion they are going to notice.
They're like, what?
They walk up to the car to take it back from you, and you go, "Oh my gosh, what did you just do? What did you just do just then when you walked up to it?"
But intelligently, because the last time we did this, the last time in Colorado, we ripped the whole side of it, and it was on our insurance. This time we took out the Avis, like, hey, do you want $15 there? We're like, yes, we do.
Good call.
Everything you have, we want it. So,
well, tell us about the flight.
Oh, they were both bad. They were both bad. If you guys are new to the show, I have a pretty good flying anxiety. I have a pretty good anxiety with everything, but flying is legit. I almost crashed one time when I was in Alaska, and since then, inexplicably, because I am one of the few people who actually knows what it is to face death, because the plane was going down, the pilot was yelling, brace, this isn't this trip, this is back in the 1990s. And I was completely calm. I know what it's like to know you're going to die. I was completely calm. And you would think that would give me some sort of solace, but it does not. I hate turbulence. And as soon as we got in the plane to go down, they're like, well, we got a little bit of bumps along. I'm like, God damn it. I know if you say we got a few bumps, it's going to be really bad. And then on the way back, it was a storm sitting on the tarmac. And they're like, well, we're just waiting for the tower to give us, clearance. We're just going to try and shoot through these storms. Oh, my God. Oh, so I took my Trazodone at like 3 p.m. as opposed to 9 p.m.
Oh,
but I was Ubering home. So like, okay,
all right,
we're okay.
Yeah.
Daddy can be whacked.
Got to make it through.
Yeah.
As long as you can walk to the pickup area.
But literally no one in my family wants to sit next to me. They're like taken. Seats taken.
I'm actually like saving the seat for somebody.
Yeah.
Saving this for a stranger.
Because I'm just like, once I get wound up, every little like, I'm like, that doesn't seem normal, and I'm grabbing people and squeezing their legs, telling the kids how much I love them.
Oh, man.
Well, we're dying, kids. So let's do our highs and lows.
You start making some confessions, and it's like nothing's happening. Why
I never told you guys this before, but
I've always loved one of you more than the other. Oh wait, seems like we're gonna be fine.
And you're just talking to 2 random people next to you.
Yeah,
there's one of you that's my favorite. Clearly, my dad kind of hurt my feelings when we were flying to and from Los Angeles because I'd never I've been on a plane. I flew on my honeymoon, but I don't really remember much about it because I wasn't sitting near the window and I was farting. And so
that'll knock the memory out of you.
I was dealing with
that takes the top 3 memories.
Yeah, I was dealing with some issues.
Internal turbulence.
So this one,
I
kept
that story, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
And I'm seeing the majesty of America out the window. I'm seeing the Rockies for the first time from above, and I'm seeing the red cliffs of Utah, and I'm seeing the deserts and all this stuff. And I'm like, every time I see something like that, I'm sitting in between Megan and my dad. I'm like grabbing my dad, like, Dad, look out the window, look at this. And he's like, I know, I've seen it. Finally, he goes, I know, I've seen it all before. Okay, I've seen it. I know what I'm looking at. And I was like,
it's a little harsh.
It was a little harsh. He was like watching a movie, and I think he was annoyed that every 3 minutes while he's trying to watch this movie, I'm like,
I was watching other people's movies. Like, I'm so behind, as you guys know, on technology. And everyone in the plane but me had a laptop watching Happy Gilmore 2, except this one old guy in front of me who was watching who's Ryan Reynolds' crappy wife?
Blake Lively.
And I don't think it was a comedy, but the guy just wouldn't stop laughing. So I was just watching him.
I hope it wasn't It Ends With Us.
Yeah, it was her shark movie where she gets eaten by a shark or something.
So, yeah, it was weird. But every year when we go to Siesta Key, shout out to my buddy Scott Rutledge, who I had Foxpaw with, who has done very well in life, and I'm like his kept little brother, and so he lets us use his facilities, and this is like the 10th year we've been down there, and it's so turnkey, like we know where everything is. And every year I come back and talk about the guys that comb the beach, who put the beach chairs. Murray and his son, who I talked to this time.
Oh,
yes. No, I went out there because I get up before anyone else, and I have coffee on the little patio, and it's overlooking the beach. And the private beach this building is on is about 2 international soccer fields big. So it's big. And they have ATVs with like a little plow behind it, and they just groom the beach every morning. And it's like when you're mowing the grass. So it's really satisfying to watch. And I finally got up the gumption to talk to the guy who does it. And I'm like, oh, hello. And I'm like, I think I actually said, I've really enjoyed your grooming of the beach. He's like, oh, God. And and so then I had to make something out of it. And I'm like, so do you look forward to it or do you dread it? And he really thought about it. And he goes, it's an interesting question. He said, it's such a specific activity. And I've done it for 15 years every morning at 7 a.m. now. And some days I really can't wait to get to it because it's knowable, it's definable, it's not difficult, it's very satisfying. And then other days I'm like, I can't get through this. Like, I can't face combing the beach.
Interesting.
So, everyone's job, they're just positive things and negative things. And that would be my dream. That's my job, to comb the beach. Let's go. But yeah, after a while, it's just a job.
Yeah, even the people who work at dog pools where they just hang out with dogs while they go swimming at daycare all day are like, I just can't look at those stupid dogs.
I don't know, man. That seems like it'd be pretty great.
It seems like it. But having known someone who had that job,
I know the pay's not great, but if the pay was commensurate with like, full-time job with benefits, I probably can't think of anything that'd be better than watching doggies play in the pool.
Yeah.
Man, am I the only one who doesn't want to get in the pool with the dog?
Nope, I don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to get in. You don't get
just
in.
watch it. It's a doggy.
Okay.
They're like little kiddie pools.
Well, what if they start to drown? You have to jump
It's
in
not
and
that deep.
lifeguard them.
That's somebody else's problem.
That's true, but the ones that would be that
That's
they're
the
like
dog lifeguard's problem.
if it's
It's
that,
a golden retriever.
yeah, I was gonna say if there's one,
He's flirting with the poodle.
it's lifeguard bud.
Lifeguard bud.
But yeah, it was great. It was so we were there 5 days, which is less than a week. And there's a lot of jamming. And as much tan as you can get, as much seafood as you can get, as much beach as you can get. So there's that exhaustion kind of part of it, but overall it was great. You fall into a rhythm where you're having coffee in the morning, going out for beach morning, going to breakfast, coming back, going to the beach again, getting too much sun, going in, showering, watching Little League World Series, going to dinner, coming back, doing sunset, playing a game. Like we brought Mario Golf with us in this new game called Scout that we played for like 5 nights in a row. So like that to me is my favorite part. Of course, being with the family, but then just having like this alternative life, right? But I remember when did Dave save anyone this time? Crazy if the streak is alive. I did not, but I was on high alert.
Were you?
Well, sure.
And everyone was on high alert for me.
Right.
Like there were
just in case.
Yes, there were times when someone there was one point when this family had a big giant blow up island, and so they were screaming a lot. And one kid fell off, and they were screaming, and I went right for him. They're like, "Take it easy.
He's fine.
You're gonna be fine.
He can swim."
Yeah.
What's interesting about those kinds of vacations where it's basically chill, it's not like a lot of mandatory stuff or theme parks or whatever, is like you end up, I know that we do, you always end up like planning the day around where and when you want to eat.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to do this place for lunch and this place for dinner. What do you got time for in between those?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
And it's so fascinating that you get 5 grown-ups because, Phoebe's 20 now. She's her own person and has her own strong personality. But everyone has different, I don't care if we plan, but if I don't plan, no one's going to plan. And so then people get annoyed with me because I'm planning too much. And then I get annoyed with them. We're like, hey, mofo, I don't care if we go at all.
Yeah.
I can sit here and boil a hot dog. I don't care.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it. Right? And most people don't want to talk about it. I've been in that one too, where you're like, what do you guys think? I don't know. I don't feel like thinking. Well, then if you're not going to think about it, then somebody's got to do something.
Yeah. Probably my least favorite position in my family.
Really?
Is the
decider?
The pusher. Like, hey, if we're going to get there by 7, it's 5 till.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's the trouble of going on vacation with like other people or in like a group, because not everyone is going to share the same vacation philosophy.
No.
Like some people are like, yeah, I'll make sure I'm ready, but I'm going with the flow, whatever. And those people are kind of easier to.
Yeah, we're lucky that overall, like no one was wanting to go out and get jet skis. We're not that family.
Oh.
So that's good. Because if there had been one, we'd had to have killed them.
They wouldn't have made it this far.
We saw porpoises or dolphins. I don't know the difference. I didn't see it, but the girl saw a manatee one day and 20 yards away.
Yeah, those guys are chill.
Yeah.
Just float.
So that was fun.
I like manatees.
Yeah, manatees are cool.
I got burned. My nose is about to peel off. I burned my chubby cutlets in the back.
Chubby cutlets. Oh, man.
Let me just fuel every woman's fantasy of me out there. I now realize what I look like in a swimsuit. I look like every 3-year-old boy. They stand like this. Their belly's out there a little bit.
It's really hard to make.
Walk like a gorilla.
Shoulders pulled back.
Shoulders pulled back.
What's the length of your swim trunks? Do you go above the knee? Are you a little below the knee?
Mine is in the middle.
Okay.
Mine's in the middle.
All right.
I brought 3 pair and only used one because one was way too short and the other was a little too long. I felt a little bro-ish, so I just stuck with those.
There's no too short now. That's what's in style.
There
the
is
shorts in style.
What he's not saying, Andrew, is they're Speedos.
Yeah, they were pretty taut.
It's hard to make trunks in general look good.
That's true.
I just resigned myself. I know. I mean, obviously, I don't look great when I go to the beach, but I've resigned myself even more so because it's like, it's just you're not gonna make it look good. You just got to live your life.
So like
get in that water fast as you can before anybody notices.
This thing, like how they, the whole like, well, now it's short shorts are in, and then it'll be longer shorts. I don't need to be changing I don't have to go buy new stuff every few years, man.
Yeah,
I got the same swimsuits I've had for 20 years because I don't use them enough for them to wear out. Well, I'm not changing them because somebody else decided.
The beauty of it is, as a 60-year-old man, that's not what's standing in the way between that and me being the hunk on the beach.
No, that's a good point.
Like, as I walk by, women were like, oh, I only had 2 more inches on those
shorts. If it was
shorts.
only a little more stylish.
Yeah.
You got to show a little more knee, Dave.
Last night, Nick and I were at the game, and we walked back, and I took a video for you, Rach, and Andrew of the fountains over in
in City Garden
were going, but they're all colored.
That's pretty.
I love that.
It was really pretty, and no one was there to see it but me and Nick.
That's cool.
So we frolicked.
Did you run around the water?
Get your swim trunks on.
There you go. Carrying them along with us. Show off the chubby cutlets. Tell you guys about Lombardo Homes. If you're looking for a place to call home without the maintenance, I've been talking about the towns of Linneman Park, new townhomes by Lombardo located in St. Peters, new construction townhomes located on the south side of 364 and 94. They are not 55 plus. This is not a 55 plus community, but I think that there are going to be a lot of people there my age-ish, because you get all the amenities, all the beautiful walking trails and gyms and things like that, but you don't get the upkeep and you don't get the hassle.
Yeah, I mean, Dave was talking about people his age possibly living there. I'm thinking of people my age and a little younger. Maybe this is their first home. They don't want something huge. They don't want to dive into a big commitment. Lombardo Homes generally just makes things easy on you, not to mention the fact that you can customize anything, and they're known for their quality and their luxury in home building. To learn more, check out their website, lombardohomes.com. While you're there, you can also check out their Build on Your Lot program called Anywhere Lombardo. That website again is lombardohomes.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-311-9595. That's 800-311-9595.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Our firm handles hundreds of crash cases involving semi-trucks every year. A crash case involving semis is much different, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can leave lots of money on the table. Many times there is separate insurance for the cab and for the trailer. Sometimes there are actually layers of other insurances and excess insurance that some lawyers may not know about because they don't see that many cases. We see these cases every day. Also, there are federal laws governing the hours a driver may drive in a 24-hour period and logs that are required. A crash case involving a semi-truck is a totally different animal than a simple car crash. We have lawyers who only handle these cases. It's all they do. Rolling the dice with the wrong law firm can be disastrous. Call us on your cell phone at Pound Law, pound 529. It's so easy.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, it's Matt Pauley for i3 Broadband, the internet provider in the Pauley household. I think you'd love it if you had them as well. We've got the 2 gig package at our home, 2 gig upload, 2 gig download mirrored, and we're spending less money than we did with the cable company for lesser service. Plus, right now, they've got savings over $400 beyond their already low standard pricing. You got questions? They've got answers. Call 877-976-0711, and they've got got people there who can answer all your questions, or head to their website, i3broadband.com.
KMOX is now on 104.1 FM, the same great station with even better sound.
Welcome back, guys. DGS here alongside Rachel, Kevin, and Andrew. DGS just back from vacation. Brian asked what part of Florida. Siesta Key, which is just south of Sarasota. We've been going there for about 10 years. Also love Naples, but Siesta Key is sort of our place. Todd is listening in Florence, Italy, and Kim is saying hello from Washington, D.C.
There you go.
Nice. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
There is a MTV reality show called Siesta Key.
I've not watched it, but I've seen it.
Yeah, I've never
clocked
watched it either. But like people always ask me when you're out, like, oh, what part of Florida? And Siesta Key always pops into my head, but I'm like, am I just thinking that because of the show? So it's very validating.
I can't imagine what the show is about because there's zero drama in Siesta Key. I mean, it's not like Miami or something. I mean, there's not a single club. You know, it's all breakfast places.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe
They're getting in fights over their omelets.
Mm-hmm. You know, I literally never eat breakfast. Except on vacation, I have to have it.
Well, that's the time to have it.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of the same way.
It's a festival of eggs. I just love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Typical day, I'm not hungry until about 11 a.m. But when I'm on vacation, I'm looking for a hotel that has a breakfast. It's like a necessity at that
So
point.
you guys don't wake up hungry?
No.
Dang.
No.
That's like the first thing I'm like, I gotta eat.
In fact, we eat at 11 here in the Glover family at work, and that's way too early for me.
Okay. See, like that's my lunch. I've already eaten.
Yeah.
Before that. But usually it's just a bowl of cereal because I got something that calms the hungry down.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the most adorable things about Kevin is the fact that he has a bowl of like peanut butter Cheerios every morning.
Yeah. It's pretty great. Pretty great. Sometimes if I'm extra hungry, I'll pour the protein shake into that is the milk. That's pretty good too.
No.
Yeah,
That is hard to
it's
hear.
pretty great. But mostly it's almond milk with
You
that.
ever put a banana in your cereal?
Not in a long time. It's good though.
It's okay. I remember having that as a kid and being like, this is all right, I guess.
We used to put that in plain Cheerios or in Rice Krispies.
Yep, the Rice Krispies.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I have like 5 pages of notes.
Oh
from the
man, you
trip.
must have been scribbling forever.
I was.
It's all just like, it's hot out here.
Maybe 10% of them are useful.
I was gonna say, how
Damn,
many
big
of them can
ocean.
you actually read?
I got like half a page on this one dislikable guy on the beach, and I just kept journaling about him.
Hit us.
What was
Let's
he
hear
doing?
him.
He,
No, please go. Please tell us.
he was a dip ass, okay, and wearing a Gilligan hat and way too tan. And had his Stanley full of vodka out there with his family.
Uh-huh.
And he was at like 11 in the morning. He's screaming where everyone in the ocean can hear him like, I had 3 boys, no girls. That's why I'm the man I am today. And I live how I want to live. And I'm just myself because I didn't have any girls making me miserable. And then he goes, woo!
Oh.
Like, and then his wife standing there, Alicia, and he goes, I just want to thank Alicia for giving
So
me.
he's just giving
me
announcements?
those boys. Yes, he's just holding court. And it was like,
All
everyone-
right.
it's like, what the hell?
Let me smack him.
Like an ode to boys and girls will ruin your life. And he was just so dislikable, and he had big chubby cutlets, and it just like everything.
Yeah.
Everything about him is wrong.
Tell him to get a podcast.
Made me sad.
Why-
Oh, I'm
why
sure
is he
he's got
so
a
against?
podcast.
He doesn't even have girls to worry about. Why is he so against?
He
girls?
felt
I don't
the need to
understand.
tell
You don't
all
know
Siesta
girls
Key.
make you miserable. You don't have any.
What a loser.
Wake up informed. Wake up empowered. Wake up to Total Information AM, your morning must.
Hi, this is Debbie Monterey.
I'm Megan Lynch.
This is Tom Ackerman.
From local news to breaking headlines to weather, traffic, and the stories that matter most, we've got you covered before your first sip of coffee. Expert analysis, bright perspectives from the people you trust. Total Information AM. Your day starts here. Mornings beginning at 5 on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Let's check in with Dave Murray's weather forecast, sponsored by SNL Coins.
No real change in the weather pattern. It is summer in August here in St. Louis. We love it. We know it. We know what to do. Partly sunny skies, hot. It's humid. A couple of thunderstorms around once again. A few will produce heavy downpours of rain and lightning, though that's not for everybody. 93 for the high. Tonight, partly cloudy, a few storms, warm and humid, 74. Same story on Tuesday, partly sunny and humid with some scattered thunderstorms, 91. Wednesday, partly sunny and humid. Upper 80s to near 90, but still a couple of thunderstorms around on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
SNL Coin. We buy gold and silver coins, silver and gold jewelry. Also buying gold-filled and silver plates. Before you sell, call SNL. 314-544-3600. 314-544-3600. SNL Coin.
Let me tell you guys about Neobitin. Neobitin is, for my money, and I do spend my own money on it, the best multivitamin that you can get. I love it because it's reasonable. I always tell the story when I was in college and I was really into weightlifting, and I was taking these really expensive mega packs from this, supplement store, and the team doctor, they did some blood work on me or urine test, and he thought I was using some sort of, performance enhancing drugs because everything was elevated. And he told me, like, you can shut your organs down by doing this, by spending too much time taking all these vitamins. If you have high cholesterol like I do, your doctor's probably told you need to get more omega-3 fish oils. We have that, but the Neobitin capsules do not taste the least bit fishy. So everything you need, nothing that you don't. You can find it locally at Schnucks or online at neobitin.com.
Hey St. Louis, this is Ben Barnett, board certified master arborist with Timberline Professional Tree Care. In my nearly 30 years in the industry, I've seen firsthand what damage falling trees can do to your property. The sad thing is that most trees that fail have defects that can be identified by a well-trained certified arborist. At Timberline, we have 7 ISA certified arborists, 3 of which have gone through extensive training and testing to become tree risk assessment qualified. Our track certified arborists can perform a thorough assessment of your tree and provide mitigation options for your peace of mind. If there's nothing wrong with your tree, we will let you know that it poses a low risk of failure. If it needs to be removed, we'll tell you in a detailed written report. It's all about honesty and integrity here at Timberline Professional Tree Care. So call us today to get a tree risk assessment scheduled. 636-479-7475 or contact us through our website at stltreecare.com.
Want immediate cash for your home or see what your home is really worth in today's market? Find out for free from the local experts, my friends Mark and Neil Gelman of eXp Realty. Check out thegelmanteam.com today. That's thegelmanteam.com.
Don't get lulled into believing the IRS is getting soft. It's just the opposite. Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. We are being told by IRS collection officers that their higher-ups are demanding that they get more aggressive than ever. So don't ignore them any longer. Level up. If you have unfiled returns, unpaid taxes, levies, or liens, call the Lance Story Law Firm today and let us get between you and the IRS. We'll protect your rights, including your right to appeal or even your right to take the IRS to tax court. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems, and they need to be handled by an expert attorney team who's done it for decades. So call the Lance Story Law Firm today. We're local. Our office is right here in St. Louis, or visit Lance, DRURY, to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm, the Lance Story Law Firm, 314-260-6120.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Cards manager Ollie Marmol joins the Gas House Gang every Tuesday at noon. Sponsored by Siteman Cancer Center on the voice of the Cardinals. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Coming up at 2 p.m., we have Brad Young's going to talk about Donald Trump federalizing the D.C. police. Bernie's going to join us at 2:30. We have Eric and Vic on to talk about the American Legion, correct? Right? I think that's what it is. Always happy to help the veterans. And Sweet 16 coming up at 4 p.m. And then just all of my rantings and ravings that I wrote down on my book. We should make it a game where I have to talk about every single thing, because there's a bunch of stuff I wrote down and I wasn't in the zone at all. Like I was, completely sober the entire time. But I just had some weird ideas.
All right.
As I often do.
Hey, sometimes just having free time brings up weird things.
Nick had a great idea. We're watching a baseball game and he said, what's crap is that they use boys as bat boys. They should use 75-year-old men. They would so appreciate it more.
At some ballparks, that's what they use for the foul balls.
Oh, that's cool.
I forget where. It might be San Francisco, but there are a few places where they call it they're the ball dudes.
Yeah.
And they're a bunch of retired guys that do that. I think they want the teenage guys though, because they can run back and forth real fast, like run and get the bat, run and get this, run and get that. I don't think they really want slow moving.
Can't help but take umbrage at that.
Just saying. I'm just saying that's what they do.
Speaking of, Nick and I went to the game last night and looked to my left. We're down kind of on the right side of home plate. Looked to my left, and who did I see? None other than Tiny Ump.
Mini Ump.
All of his glory. Right there, calling balls and strikes.
Not a fan of Mini Ump.
No?
No.
Maybe you should get him on the show and we'll make friends with him.
I don't find that stuff cute. No, because again, that's part of the problem. Part of the problem is that it's not. He's 13. He's a man grown.
It's a tweener age, for sure.
It's a weird age, but I would argue that the Mini Ump stuff is a lot less cute when you're 13. I thought he was like 6.
Yeah, if you're 6.
And even then I was like, eh.
Yeah, but if you're 4, it's awesome.
Yeah.
If it's 6, you start to get a little concerned.
Yeah.
13, it's time to show him Playboy. And let nature take its course.
Go play actual baseball on your team.
Right.
You're old enough to do that.
It's hard, though, because if you do speak out against the Mini Ump, the people will come for you. I saw this all night on Twitter last night. People would make comments and then the swarms come in. They're like, you must really hate your life if you have a problem with this kid doing his Mini Ump stuff.
Do. Yeah. Come tell me I'm miserable. I'll agree with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't make the Mini Ump less lame. I'm on your side.
Two things can be true.
Yeah.
I can hate my life and the Tiny Ump.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't really, if he wants to do that, he's a child. So I'm going to leave it alone. I do question why every, the Cardinals sent him
I saw it.
a prize pack and he unboxed it. And then MLB is posting TikToks of it. And it's okay, I get it. But what if every kid who goes to the game wants to stand up in front of people and do this? Why is it okay for one person, but it's not okay for it's just a weird thing. I feel old when I watch it because I just don't get it. I don't
Nick said that I should go stand behind him and pretend to be him.
Oh boy.
Big Mini Ump.
Razor's Edge?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the Mini Ump. No, I'm just kidding. I immediately thought of the Dave Glover Show when I came across this Reddit post. It's called, Am I the Jerk for Taking Food Home from a Work Event Buffet?
No.
I
can already tell you no. The answer is no. I've done that so many times.
Now, it does depend on certain circumstances, but I'd say generally no. Is there more to the story?
I put chicken salad sandwiches in my pocket and left and drove home eating them out of my pocket. I'd say the answer is no.
Well, I kind of knew where Andrew was going to come down on the issue, but let's hear out the situation and then we can make our decisions. I was at a work event at a cricket club. I'm wondering if this person is across the pond.
Yeah.
We got
Or
tokens
they're
for
eating bugs.
for 4 free drinks, and then they had also ordered some pre-made food like sandwiches, crisps, etc. So yeah, those guys definitely British.
Jolly old England.
The event was officially going till 23:30, and he's talking in military
Yeah,
time.
who knows what the hell that means?
What's going on? Around 2300 hours, I decided to go home and ordered an Uber. Just before leaving, I grabbed 2 wraps, some crisps, carrots, blueberries, and 3 slices of cake.
Oh my gosh.
One coworker saw me doing that and also took some cake. But another coworker texted me after to tell me off for taking food. I also took pictures of how much food was still left after I took some because I wanted to show my boyfriend how they had prepared way too much food. I don't see how it's wrong of me to take food because it would probably just be thrown away anyway. You can't really donate stuff that's going to go bad to food banks, but my colleague insists it was tacky of me. So am I the jerk?
No.
Yeah, I think that's so. I thought that it was gonna be like swiped a Sammy on my way out the door, and I was munching on it while I walked to my car. If you're taking all of that plus 3 slices of cake, like how do you even carry that? You had she had to have walked out of there like this with all this food. Like that's a little.
So it's a matter of degree with you.
I think it's a matter of degree. You swipe a sandwich on your way out. You swipe a handful of grapes to pop in your mouth while you navigate the parking garage or whatever.
No,
I don't care about that. But if you're
no.
taking like the 3 slices of cake was like I gasped. That's crazy.
I'm full on defending this lady. It's 100%. First of all, it's right before the event ends. Literally minutes before the event ends.
Well, it's 23:30.
Right. So it's 11:30 at night, and she calls the Uber at 11, which means it's there at 11:15, 11:20 maybe. So you're talking about a few minutes left before they throw all that crap away anyway. If anybody wanted it, they would have already gotten it. I mean, I think the only problem is if you do that, let's say it's like a 5-hour thing and 2 hours in you do that, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But if you're at the end of the event and clearly that stuff is not going to be eaten or taken, then why not take it? It's going to get thrown away.
You know why I don't have much of an opinion on this? Is it's hitting me. I've never seen the end of an event.
Dave legit does not know about 23:30.
Yeah. Dave's at home by 22:15.
Because like even if you're at a thing with friends, people just start giving people food because you don't want to throw it away. Like, oh, you're leaving here, take some. Like I don't see a flaw in that at all.
You have no idea what they were going to do with this food. You're making an assumption that they're going to throw it away.
Yeah, well, because that's what happens when there's extra food most of the time.
Most of the time.
Think about here. How many times do we see food just sitting out on the counter at the end of the day? And what happens to it? It ends up in the trash.
I don't know. I go home.
Yeah, it ends up in the trash. It's usually there the next day when we get here.
I have no idea what happens to it
Smelling
after
up
that.
the kitchen.
I think the jerk in the situation is honestly the coworker who
Agreed.
texted her to tell her off for taking the food. Like, I mean, even if you feel some type of way about someone doing this, it's awfully like, did you go home and you're just like steaming about it and you have to say something?
Maybe it's a British thing. Like, do it the American way and just backbite. Just talk behind their back.
Yeah, tell everybody else as soon as they're out of eye shot with their 15 pieces of cake.
Which, by the way, I have to say, having spent quite a lot of time this trip in the ocean by myself, just sort of vibing and listening to others' conversations. I'm a voyeur, and 90% of our conversations are talking smack.
Oh, yeah. That's a great thing.
Yeah.
Smack talking's great.
You, Kevin, are the only person I know who doesn't really talk smack.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
Not to me.
Yeah, I mean, not in a professional environment. Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh, yeah, I do.
He does to you?
He does it. So him and there are some, I guess I don't want to out anybody, but he's got a couple of people that they are like his smack talking boys, and he gets after it.
To smack talk with or
Yes.
against?
Yeah,
both. Yeah, probably both. Because, well, if you're doing it with each other, you're probably doing it against each other too. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like I'm talking.
You're talking about.
You walk out of the room and I go like, you know what I hate about Kevin?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a big fan of that, but occasionally.
There's a few.
Yeah, Andrew. There are probably a couple examples.
There's a couple of
major. They're not major ones.
They're not huge, but they'll like come up in the office.
Yeah. But they're things I'm comfortable enough saying when I know other people are around. It's not like nastiness.
Yeah.
It's more like
You don't seek people out to do it, though.
And it's usually not a personal thing.
Well,
It's more a work thing.
And there's a difference between like, man, I am frustrated, but am I really the person to set this person straight, or is that
Yeah.
someone else's job?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I think
is
it's
this
natural
really my
to
place?
still want to vent,
Yeah.
like even if you're not that like authority figure
Yeah.
who's supposed to be like, calling the shots. It's like, I think it's normal to have frustration.
Yeah. I've never texted anybody mad at them that they took food at the end of an event when it was going to get thrown away.
Well, because that's crazy. That's
That
the
is a
kind of thing. It's
crazy
like
thing to
you
do.
should probably calm down. Like I get that it's offended you somehow, but it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day.
Mhm.
You know what I do get sometimes though? Like I didn't have it with my family at vacations, not why I'm saying it, but I do get appetizer nervous when you're with a big group of people and you order an appetizer and you're afraid there aren't going to be enough bang bang shrimp for you.
Yeah.
And there's always that one guy that's eating way too many bang bang shrimp.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
Yeah.
And I've been that guy too.
Oh, yeah.
We've all been on both ends of that.
I'm typically that guy, and I feel the eyes on me. It's just not going to stop me, is all. Power through worse
The pull.
situations.
Oh yeah, no, you're the king of. Would you like this last piece of pizza?
Yeah.
Knowing full well there'll be a fight if I say yes.
Yeah. Well, so like I offered Rachel the last piece of
No, I
pizza. We
clocked
had
it.
pizza, and listen, I would not. There would have been absolutely no issue if I'd saved 2 specifically in case she wanted to, but I was very much hoping that she was going to say no. She didn't want to.
Yeah, you shouldn't play poker. You don't hide.
his thumb and his index finger have enclosed around the end of the crust. And he's like, are you thinking?
He's licked every pepperoni. I'm sorry. Did you want this? Tell you guys about Triton Exteriors. So obviously these live endorsements I do are a big revenue generator for the station and for me personally, but I always think of them as just great suggestions. File them away. Most of you out there don't need Tim at Triton to come in and put on a new roof or siding or gutters or fences, but eventually everyone will. You know, you listen to this show long enough, you live your life long enough, you buy a house, you're in an existing house, some kind of a storm's going to blow through, knock off some shingles, knock off your siding, which, by the way, we're a James Hardy Smart Siding Company, which is not going to be knocked off by the wind. Put it on, and that's pretty much it for life. Gutters, fences, anything to the outside of your home, anything kind of not fun, right? The kind of stuff like, damn, we have to do a new roof, or we're not going to be able to sell this thing, or XYZ. Just trust that Triton is going to be timely and professional and courteous and actually give a crap and do a nice job. 314-717-1159, Triton-STL.com.
It doesn't take a lot to make a big difference.
That's why we've teamed up with Jerry Kelly Heating and Cooling to bring you 100 acts of kindness.
For the next 6 months, the Chris and Amy Show is challenging you to spread kindness in simple, meaningful ways. No big budget needed.
Write a thank you note, help a neighbor, surprise someone with a smile. It all counts.
Let's prove that kindness is contagious. Share your acts with us by using hashtag 100KindActs.
Because a little kindness goes a long way.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fire Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, registered investment advisors. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-969-0686 and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-969-0686. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-969-0686 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-969-0686.
Chris Ranji for Siteman Cancer Center, and you have to know that you are somebody's favorite person. And Your health matters not just to you, but it matters to people who care about you. Getting screened early for any cancer, whether it's colon or breast cancer, prostate cancer, or lung cancer, it is important to do that. Siteman has set up a website called GetScreenedNow.com. And when you go to it, it's going to help you find a location nearer you. If you live a little farther out from St. Louis and don't want to make the trip into the city, you can get screened closer to home. GetScreenedNow.com, because for me, I'm over 45. It's time for that colonoscopy. Third leading cause of cancer-related deaths in both men and women. And GetScreenedNow.com will help you find a location that is good for you. Doing it early, really, really important. GetScreenedNow.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 150. Coming up at 2 p.m., we have Brad Young to talk about the federalizing of the D.C. police. I had two cool things happen on the beach.
Yeah?
There was a Ding Ding Man boat.
Oh, cool.
And a crow said my name.
Oh.
Yeah. I have 3 crow tattoos, and I was walking in the beach, and there were a million seagulls, like all the time. Then there were these 2 badass crows just sitting on a chair, and I walked by, and I said hello, and one went, Dave. I was like, hey.
Hello.
Rock on. That makes 2 animals who talk to me.
Yeah.
My dog said my name when I was little.
That's 3 then.
What's the other one?
Bigfoot.
Oh, that's right. David.
Yeah, and your dog played soccer as well, right?
Like a champ.
Yeah.
Yep. The Ding Ding Band was cool. Like we hear, like, oh my God, that sounds like a Ding Ding Man. And then we see this like a houseboat kind of thing making its way up the beach.
So it's an actual boat. It's not like a pedal thing.
No, it's an actual boat. It was cool.
That is pretty good.
Yeah. Everyone just lined up, had me a bomb pop.
I mean,
Nice.
I've not been there. There's no like boardwalk by the beach. It's just more like
No.
houses and like an open area for people to come to the beach. And so
Just like resort after resort kind of thing.
Because there isn't much cooler than being on a boardwalk and then you have the ocean's there and you get your ice cream and you're sitting on the bench on the boardwalk. It's pretty good.
Oh, thanks for crapping on my vacation.
No, this is the better thing. When you don't have that, you've got the Ding Ding Man. That's the best. How else are you going to have ice cream at the beach if you don't have the Ding Ding Man?
That's it. That's the only way. Yeah, you had like 8.2 seconds to eat it before it
That's
just
true.
melted into
That's
the
a good
ocean.
point. That is the negative because you're always wearing half of it.
So when you're sitting on the beach, do you have like a soda with you or something?
Yeah, like Nick would bring a little cooler down.
Okay.
With stuff.
Yeah, I was just wondering because I always just get very dehydrated sitting on the beach.
Yeah.
Try to have some water.
Cooler's the move, or if you want just like your own big, Yeti or whatever. But the cooler's the move.
The great thing is the building that we were in is right there on the beach, and the sand is so white and powdery that it doesn't get hot.
Yes.
So you don't have to.
That's the best sand.
You don't have to do that running.
Because that like darker brown sand, that stuff's
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
You got to go down to the part where the waves come up to that part that cools that all down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See any cool seashells or?
No, it's not a seashell place.
Okay.
Like crap seashells. Like if you find anything intact, you pick it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because it's on the Gulf side?
It's on the Gulf side. I
The
don't
tides
know.
are a little bit lesser.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is about it, but yeah, I can't complain. The beach is great. Like you can walk out 100 yards.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it's fine.
Yep.
Which really cuts down on me saving lives.
That's a fair point. Yeah, it's hard to have to save someone when they can walk.
Yeah, I kept pushing people.
Here, let me save you. Was it normal? Sorry, I'm fixated on the ice cream thing. Was it normal Ding Ding Man stuff like that kind of thing? Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, they were out of snow cones, much to my chagrin. That's my move.
Yeah.
I love that hard as concrete snow cone that ends up with a little purple drink in the bottom
Yes!
of your cone.
Because you got the little drink at the
Yeah,
end.
they were out of that. So I just went with the classic bomb pop.
Okay.
It was
Bomb
great,
pops
though.
are the best.
Mm-hmm. Phoebe got a Powerpuff Girl that looked just like her, and then it was
Bubbles, probably.
Bubbles, and it was
Yeah.
horrific because she just melted away.
Oh, no.
And she was just two white eyeballs.
Yeah. I saw that movie in the theaters.
By yourself?
No. My kid was really into the Powerpuff Girls back in the day.
There was a movie in the theater?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I watched me a lot of that.
I don't recall.
Parasailing, no thank you.
Really? Too much what?
Death.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you heard about that one
Yes.
19-year-old who just unstrapped herself.
Yes.
Mhm.
She just went nuts, and I mean, that's
and
insensitive to say.
I
I'm
can't
sorry.
be sure that I wouldn't.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that could be a new fear unlocked.
Gotcha.
Yeah, as soon as I found out that was a possibility, I was like, you know what? Never mind. I
Yeah.
probably will never be doing that.
I would have had the banana pulled up right next to me, like the one behind the jet ski. I would have said, hey, let's all go ride the banana, but it would have had to make it real easy for me.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know what the banana is.
It's
Just
an
like a big
inflatable.
floaty.
Okay.
And then you sit on that and they drag you around and it,
So kind of like tubing.
yeah, yes,
Okay.
exactly. Exactly.
That always looked really fun.
That is fun. I love doing that stuff. It can be some work when you get some surf though. Although the Gulf side's usually pretty calm. Right?
Yeah.
Was it calm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't bad at
Yeah.
all. Not bad at all.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters. Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out.
Attention parents of children who have used the gaming platform known as Roblox. If your child was a victim of sexual abuse or harm of any kind while using the Roblox platform, you may be entitled to compensation. Roblox is facing multiple high-profile lawsuits, including an ongoing class action, alleging it failed to protect users from foreseeable dangers that led to the grooming, exploitation, and sexual abuse of minors on the platform. Claims allege Roblox turned a blind eye to predators, unsafe games, and deceptive monetization practices that targeted children. Victims were contacted through in-game chats and coerced into private conversations on third-party apps. If you believe your child may have been a victim of grooming, sexual abuse, or harm of any kind while using the Roblox platform, you may be entitled to a cash settlement. Text our helpline now to find out if you have a viable compensation claim against Roblox. Text GONE to 32 32 32. That's GONE to 32 32 32. GONE to 32 32 32.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey in studio with Gloria Liu, broker, owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty and St. Louis's real estate expert. Gloria, while most agents make big promises, you're known for your upfront written guarantees.
My name is My Promise. While many agents promise you an unrealistic sales price just to get your business, I'll provide you with an upfront written guarantee stating if I cannot sell your home for 100% market value, I'll pay you the difference.
Gloria, that's what sets you apart from others and why I recommend you. Folks, why risk working with just any agent when you can work with the best? Gloria Liu guarantees your sale price upfront and in writing.
Absolutely. And if I don't, I will pay you the difference. The agent you choose in this changing market matters and could cost you or make you thousands.
Sell your home with certainty, confidence, and for 100% of market value, or Gloria will pay you the difference. Call 314-325-6888 or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
So you're thinking, great boat, 60 grand, but hey, we can have fun on the water. She's thinking, what, 3, maybe 4 months a year if we're lucky? You're thinking tow ropes and wakeboards. She's thinking granite countertops and undermount sinks. You're back to thinking about summers, but she's thinking about all year, every day, rain or shine. And she's also thinking 3 days and about half the cost. That's right, 3 days and half the cost. Your kitchen or bath can have a completely new look in just 3 days or less. Guaranteed. Top quality products and craftsmanship, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And you and your family will enjoy it all year, day in and day out, with no tow ropes needed. Now, what are you thinking? Find out more about how your kitchen or bath can be the kitchen or bath of your dreams in just 3 days. Just visit 3daykitchen.com. That's 3daykitchen.com.
3-Day Kitchen and Bath.
Mid-America's most trusted voice for news. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, we've got sunshine. It is 88 degrees downtown at the Arch.
The people united.
Protests in the streets of Washington, D.C. as people react to President Trump's announcement that he is deploying members of the National Guard to the streets of the district and that the federal government has taken control of the D.C. police as part of a push to crack down on crime in the nation's capital. They're saying,
if they can strip the autonomy of the capital city, of a major city like Washington, D.C. in broad daylight, if they can place us under military control without our consent, they will carry this playbook to every community that dares to push back in the United States of America.
An explosion at a U.S. steel coking plant near Pittsburgh has left people trapped under the rubble with multiple reported injuries. Sources relayed to KDKA-TV that the explosion happened inside the reversing room of the 1315 battery. The room acts as a mechanical regulator, making sure the coal bakes evenly in the oven. Deanna Forkey works in the area.
I heard a loud bang, which isn't really unheard of around here. But then our door blew open at the same time. And when I looked up and I actually looked out the window to, notice, I saw the black smoke.
Anderson Hospital in the Metro East temporarily closes outpatient radiology locations.
These closures are effective until August the 14th or this Thursday. KMOX asked for an interview. However, the public relations spokesperson, Natalie Head, referred us to the website, which reads in part, quote, like many healthcare systems across the country, Anderson Healthcare is being impacted by a national shortage of radiologists and radiology technologists. This ongoing workforce challenge has created widespread delays in radiology report turnaround times. KMOX wanted to know if this also affects inpatient testing, and Head says they are still handling all inpatient urgent care and emergency needs, as well as any cases that physicians determine to be urgent. Maria Aquina, KMOX News.
St. Louis County Councilman Dennis Hancock is formally announcing his bid for county executive. Hancock says he'll prioritize the county's economy if elected by taking a deeper look at the approach to bringing new jobs to town.
When you're successful at economic development, everything else comes from that. You have more revenue to deal with. That improves public safety. It improves our schools. It improves everything that flows from those good jobs.
Hancock believes he could be the first Republican to win the race for St. Louis County Executive since Gene McNary, in part because of County Executive Sam Page's recent indictments.
Swing and a base hit to right field. Walker rounds third. He's headed home. Throw to the plate, not in time. Down to second and safe is Nolan Gorman. The Cardinals take the lead.
Nolan Gorman singled home the winning run, lifting the Cardinals to a 3-2 victory over the Cubs last night. The Redbirds took 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. Now the Cubs, the Colorado Rockies, with the worst record in baseball, are in town tonight to face the Cardinals. We've got the first pitch at 6:45 on KMOX. From the KMOX business desk, there's a replacement for Bar K. The owners of the apartment building next door are taking over the dog-focused venue, which closed after a lease dispute. Seneca Real Estate Director of Operations Chuck Schoen tells KMOX they hope to have it back open for pet lovers soon.
The goal is to go in there and clean it up and refurbish it to get it back to what it was when it opened. We're going to do a lot of turf repair, cleaning, painting, maintenance work, preventive maintenance work. We want to get it back to looking new again, and then focus on what Barcade did right and excel in that area.
He says they'll put a big focus on cleanliness and having dog expert employees. The Dow from Stifel down 185 points to 43,989. Roads are clear.
No real change in the weather pattern. It is summer in August here in St. Louis. We love it. We know it. We know what to do. Partly sunny skies, hot, it's humid. A couple of thunderstorms around once again. A few will produce heavy downpours of rain and lightning, though that's not for everybody. 93 for the high. Tonight, partly cloudy, a few storms, warm and humid, 74. Same story on Tuesday, partly sunny and humid with some scattered thunderstorms, 91. Wednesday, partly sunny and humid. Upper 80s to near 90, but still a couple of thunderstorms around on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company. Times are always changing, but Penn Mutual stands the test of time. The 178-year young mutual company is leading the way in life insurance. Ask your independent advisor or go to pennmutual.com/STO. We've got 88, feels like 94 downtown. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 205. So when I'm on vacation, I'm fairly checked out of the news, but I'll still check my phone and put CNN on now and then. And there was a story midweek where the president was on the roof of the White House, and a story where a fan was throwing sex toys on the ground at the WNBA. And I conflated those two and went out and told my family Donald Trump's on the roof of the White House throwing sex toys.
Oh.
Yeah.
You mixed them up?
Yep, I did.
Well,
it made for a better story.
I was going to say, that's pretty sensational.
And no one really went crazy.
I mean,
yeah, that's about right.
You know, anything's possible.
Attorney Brad Young joins us several times per week, and he joins us now. Hello, Brad.
Dave, welcome home, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so Donald Trump, with, I guess, the stroke of a pen once again, has federalized the District of Columbia Police. Is it effective? Is it constitutional? And what does it mean?
Well, first of all, this is a lot different than what we saw in California a couple of months ago, because there are a lot of hoops legally to jump through to federalize the National Guard in a state. But remember, Washington, D.C. is not a state, it's a district. And in fact, it's called the District of Columbia Home Rule Act of 1973. And in particular,
I think the connection just...
I think he's just being coquettish.
There he is.
There he is. Nope.
What's going on?
okay.
What if Brad's What if Brad's punking us?
Yeah.
I'm still here. I don't know what's going on here.
We're hoping you're
but I
crashing
will tell
out.
you this. Wow. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, I don't know. I have no idea. But let me go back over this, because under the District of Columbia Home Rule Act of 1973, under that, it basically gives the president, and unilaterally gives the president, the power for 48 hours to nationalize the Metropolitan Police Department of Washington, D.C. So he can do that without any other approval. All he has to do is declare an emergency, and the power's his.
But only 48 hours.
Well, there's one contingency. As I reviewed that act today, if the president gives notice to the chairman of the ranking minority members of the ranking, or rather relevant congressional committees, at that point, the control extends to 30 days without any actual approval of Congress. So in essence, he's got 30 days to take control of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department.
So what could make that permanent? Would that be an act of Congress?
It would have to take an act of Congress. It would be a joint resolution of Congress. It wouldn't require a supermajority. It would require just a majority vote in both houses. And then at that point, there could be some additional power granted or an extension of that power. But the bottom line is, unlike in a state, the president can do this. And what I thought was interesting, though, Dave, is this. He makes the argument that there's some spike in crime. But when I looked at the crime statistics for DC, they've actually fallen 26% in the first 7 months. Last year, they dropped 35%. That's for violent crime. Overall crime is down 7%. So what really this is, I think, is a reaction to a member of Doge who was carjacked last week, and this is his response to that carjacking.
So, Brad, if you know, is this the kind of situation where the feds can direct local DC cops, or is it just in addition to they're out there on the corners?
No, they can actually direct them. And in fact, under Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act, there is a person designated to be literally the acting mayor. So the mayor is stripped of her responsibilities under this provision, because everything in DC is at the direction and control of Congress. Congress passed this law back in 1973. So in essence, right now, Pam Bondi is the mayor of Washington, D.C. for the next 48 hours and potentially for the next 30 days.
Thoughts around the room? Comfortable with it?
No, but I wouldn't be with anybody doing that. It's been my biggest complaint for as long as I can remember, that we allow too much overreach from from the president's office. I don't think we need to be giving them less power and not allowing more. We're not supposed to have one person that just gets to decide things,
which is
including tariffs and everything else. I mean, that's supposed to be in the hands of Congress, but we're allowing that.
Yeah, Brad and I have talked about this several times in our little chats here, that the one thing that we will walk away from the second Trump administration is new case law on expanding the executive branch. Don't you think, Brad?
Oh, absolutely. There's this concept. It's called the imperial presidency. And that's not new with Donald Trump. It's been around for decades. And it's this idea that we need a super strong executive in order to make decisions, because listen, Congress, they can't decide that today's Monday. All right. So you have to have someone who can act unilaterally in times of crisis, in times of stress or disorder. And that's called the imperial presidency. So what we're seeing is the downside, but there is also the flip side. I'm not arguing for the imperial presidency. I'm just saying that, like in all situations, there's pros and cons. The con of an imperial presidency is what we're seeing now. The benefit is, in times of crisis, Congress, they can't do anything. And so they're hobbled by the fact that they cannot act with speed or with decisions in a timely fashion. So those are both sides of this coin of the imperial presidency.
Right. The problem is defining emergency. We just can't call things emergency. We can't just say this is an emergency. You're supposed to, there should be a standard for, and I don't know, maybe there is, Brad, and I just don't know it, a legal standard for what constitutes an emergency.
No, there's no legal standard. And let me tell you why. There's a very easy answer to that, Wheels, and that's this. The Supreme Court has this term that's a political question. In times like this, what does the word emergency mean? The Supreme Court's never going to define that, because they want Congress and the executive branch to work that out. But in our modern day, Congress and the executive branch can't work out anything. And so that's how we so often find ourselves in this situation. Now, look, with this, the District of Columbia Home Rule Act, Congress gave this authority to the president in 1973. So just like the tariffs, the tariff authority the president has was given to the president by Congress in multiple different statutes. So therein lies the problem when you have a branch of government that says, let's let somebody else deal with it. We'll punt it over to them. Therein lies the problem.
Brad, let's talk a little bit more about, the plan to move unhoused folks out of DC. Do you know if that's something that the National Guard will be handling? I mean, they're saying we just need to move them out of DC. We got to get them out from the overpasses and the sidewalks. They need to be far away from here. Do you know anything about an actual plan there?
Well, certainly the government hasn't released any sort of a plan. In theory, if you want to talk about legally, not necessarily politically, in theory, I think that the president would have the statutory authority to do that under this District of Columbia Home Rule Act. Politically, that's a whole nother question. I mean, think about the visuals when you've got guys literally dressed up in Army gear. They're National Guard, but they're dressed up in Army gear, hauling out homeless people and putting them into trucks. the visual of that, the optics of that act, I think are horrendous. And so you've got both the political side and the legal side.
Although that's one of my problems with MAGA, and I am talking with a broad brush. I have lots of friends who are MAGA who would disagree with this, but to the extent that there's an arm of MAGA that would love to see homeless people being taken away in trucks, that is troubling to me.
Well, yeah, there's always going to be a small fringe on both sides of the ideological spectrum that really like this kind of action. But the reality still is, as much as we don't think necessarily it is the case that the majority center still does make these kinds of decisions. And the vast majority of people in the center would be horrified by seeing National Guard troops hauling out homeless people. Now, Rachel, to your other point about can they do it? I talked about the National Guard. One thing that the military cannot do is enforce laws against the civilian population. That's called the Posse Comitatus Act that goes back to, I think, 1878.
Okay, at this point, you're just making crap up.
I'm not. You looked me up.
Like the first couple times I was impressed, but the Posse Consummati, like, okay.
No. The Posse Comitatus Act of 18, I think it's 1878. It might be 1875.
Sure.
But that prevents federal troops from being used to enforce laws against the civilian population.
Wow. So let me ask you this, and this is more political than it is legal. And you probably don't know, but Trump is not stupid. I don't think he's a dumb person by any stretch. And he has a real gift for politics, but he doesn't know this stuff. He doesn't know about any of these acts. Who is it in his world that's telling him this stuff and giving him this great advice for his purposes?
Oh, I don't think it flows like how you think it flows, Dave. I think what happens is he comes to a group of folks, his advisors, and says, I want to clean up the streets of DC. How do we make it happen? And then those people figure out how to make it happen. I don't think he's coming to him saying, Mr. President, if we use the District of Columbia Home Rule Act of 1973, we can do A, B, C, or D. I think he just barks out what he wants, and then it's up to people to figure out how to make that happen.
They're pretty good at it. I'll give him that. Like, he's been successful.
He has been successful, and oftentimes he's his own worst enemy. But the clip that we heard at the top of the hour where people were claiming, the president can't do this. Listen, I call balls and strikes here. The president can do this. It's a different question whether he should, but clearly the legal authority is there for him to do this.
Very good. All right, we'll talk to you on Thursday, if not before. Thank you, Brad.
All right, you're welcome.
Maker-upper.
That's one of the only legal terms I ever learned in school.
Maker-upper?
No, the posse one.
Oh,
careful.
It's
that, and what was the other?
Be very careful.
It's that one, and then the what's that? The one where you got to produce the person you're charging.
Habeas corpus.
Habeas corpus. That
you knew the posse thing for real?
Yeah, I learned that. I learned it in high school at some point. I didn't really understand it. I just knew that it meant you couldn't use the military to attack your citizens.
In high school, I learned how to make a bong out of a squirrel.
Oh.
Yeah, I learned how to eat glue sticks.
Between the two things, one was probably more useful than the other.
Tell you guys about the Gelman team, and I've not heard anything from either Gelman to tell me that things have changed. And when we had Neil Gelman on about a month ago, and I asked him how the market was, he said it's very different nationally than it is in St. Louis. Nationally, you may be seeing things on your favorite news outlets saying that, houses are just languishing on the MLS, or, locally, whatever theirs is called. But here in St. Louis, it is fair. It is accurate. So a $500,000 house no longer goes for $700,000, but there's every opportunity to get a fair market value of $500,000, or maybe even $550,000, maybe goose it to $575,000 if you really catch a flyer, but you have to work at it. Now, it's not that the Gelmans are going to give you a punch list and say, when you get all these 38 things done, let us know and we'll sell your house. They are partners. They will do everything they can possibly do on their own to help you out. As I always say, to get the most money out of your house in the least amount of time with the least amount of BS on your part, you use the Gelman team. To find out what your home is worth right now, you can do it online. Go to the front page of thegelmanteam.com. Just put in your address. If you're intrigued by the number positively or negatively and you want to talk, 314-336-1991.
Certain restrictions apply. I'm Kristen Press.
And I'm Tobin Heath.
We're World Cup winners, Olympians, and the hosts of the Recap Show.
Every week, we sit down with the icons, disruptors, and game changers on the field and beyond it to talk victories, heartbreaks, and everything in between.
We've built a space where athletes, change makers, and people creating the future of women's sports can show up and show off as their full, unapologetic selves.
Follow and listen to The Recap Show wherever you get your podcasts.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Hi, I'm Dr. Colleen Bosler, and I'd like to introduce our newest associate, Dr. Adam Voss.
Hi, I'm Dr. Adam Voss, the newest addition to the Audiology Center. I'm very excited to join this amazing team. I'm a St. Louis native, graduated from Washington University School of Medicine, and I'm passionate about hearing healthcare and connecting people back to the things that matter to them most: family, friends, music, or even their favorite British TV drama. At the Audiology Center, we care for our patients like our own family. If you ever need anything, come on by or call us and we will make sure to address questions or issues same day. My ultimate goal as your audiologist is to listen to your individual needs and guide you on your journey to improved hearing. There are a lot of audiologists in town, but only one Audiology Center. We might not know how to change a tire, but we know a thing or two about audiology. And I want our current and future patients to know that you can trust us with your hearing healthcare needs.
Thanks, Dr. Voss. The Audiology Center, 3 locations. Come visit us at theaudiologycenterstl.com for more information.
This segment, Cancer Center Spotlight, how innovative immunotherapy is showing promise against aggressive T-cell cancers. Dr. John DePercio.
Patients have come here from all over the United States and, in fact, all over the world to get evaluated and treated for this treatment. We hope that this can be continued, that we demonstrate in a clinical trial that it's safe and effective, and that ultimately it will be approved by the FDA so it's available to everyone in the world.
For more information, visit siteman.wustl.edu.
News, talk, cars. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Bernie Miklasz will join us at the bottom of the hour, do a little update on the Cardinals. Brian says, question for DGS. Since you guys work downtown, have you seen any difference in the homelessness and open drug use downtown right in front of City Hall? Was curious if there are any differences with Kara Spencer. I've not done any sort of in-depth anything except just live my life down here. And it seems to me that the homeless people and the drug users just move from one block to another.
Over time, yeah.
And now they are on our block.
Right behind our studio.
It seems like it's a bigger problem than it was 6 months ago, but if we were where they used to be, we'd be thinking, oh, something has cleared up.
Well, it was mostly the Fireman's Memorial, that park there. That's where a lot of it was before.
Yeah.
That got moved out and they moved. And I don't think it's one. I think there are several different kind of groups.
Yes.
But there is migration. The thing that's different is there are no gates citing fake work going on around City Hall. That's the one. That's the only noticeable change. Everything else is about the same.
Yes.
And then if you go down Tucker towards the Musial Bridge in that area, there's a little area that was a vacant lot that is now a homeless town.
So,
like a tent city type thing.
I don't know the legalities of it.
Right.
But I can tell you that if someone wanted to, quote unquote, clean up downtown from people who are literally bent over, zombified from drugs, I can take you right to them.
Yeah.
I can show you right where they are.
Yeah.
And if I know that, then the cops know that. And if the cops know that, then the administration knows that. So there's some legal reason that they can't do that, or some political reason that they won't do it, or some moral reason that they won't do it. But it's not for not knowing where it is.
Yeah, I think it's because there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, where are you going to take people?
I mean, if you take someone who is clearly high and maybe having a bad experience or whatever, okay, you can take them to jail. How long can you keep them?
Right.
And if you're just going to end up having to turn people back out to the streets when they're done, like when they're sober or when they've cleaned up or when whatever the amount of time is pending a trial or whatever, well, who's to say that person's even going to show up for a trial? I mean, I think it's probably just more the practicality that it's like moving sand on the beach, that you can move it, but sooner or later the tide's going to push it back.
Although, and I have a great deal of compassion for people downtown because I've been with them now for so many decades. But at some point, there's also the making it as unpleasant as possible. You know, I mean, there used to be vagrancy laws, where it's, you know, like the classic, the cop waking the guy up, sleeping on the park bench. Hey, you can't sleep here kind of thing. Like, there are things you could do. We've just stopped doing them.
I mean, to me, that there's an interesting, this is all just piecing together. This is not with any super inside knowledge or anything like that. But of all the places that people are going to be homeless, the one place there are places that people are residents don't want them to be. They don't want them in the neighborhoods where they live. Well, downtown, this part of downtown is not significantly residential.
Yeah.
We're in a building that has residential apartments, right? But like that's not what dominates this several block area.
Yeah.
It's not by the ballpark. You don't see too much of that. Like, you see a little bit over there, but very little compared to what we see where we are, right? So if you're trying to manage it, I don't know how you get rid of, quote unquote, that many people.
And I can tell you, like tonight, I'm going to the game, and somewhere in the 9 o'clock range, I will walk back from Busch Stadium to Tucker and Olive by myself, and I will have my head on a swivel, but I won't be worried.
No,
that's not the problem. For normies, though, who don't have their downtown sea legs, it could be pretty scary.
It can be off-putting because you're not sure, but we've seen it. We've seen a lot. I'm more worried about crossing the street.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more worried about
I'm
how
not
people
worried about being accosted.
No, I'm a lot more worried about how people drive downtown.
Yeah.
And there are times of like, I don't know, like there can be some craziness like we've seen with the drag racing and the doing donuts in intersections and all that, but that doesn't seem to be a constant regular thing. Is if I saw that, I would avoid that, because that's where you're probably going to get hit by a car. You're going to get caught up in some nonsense. That's not like a regular thing that we see all the time.
No. And like just walking around every day. I mean, what, Rach, once a month we get asked for money. It's not like it's an everyday thing. It's just, you're just sharing downtown.
That, I mean, ultimately, that's the hard question, right? What do you do? Let's say, I don't know what the number is, but let's say it's 1,000 people.
Yeah, probably pretty close.
Yeah. What's the solution to it? Because where do you move someone? I mean, so you're not moving them to the Central West End. You're not moving them into a neighborhood. You're not moving them to some magical apartment complex hospital that doesn't exist. And even if you do, they're free Americans. You cannot just make them stay somewhere.
Well, and, you know, a lot of people say a lot of these people are brought here by other areas in our region. Like they're being funneled downtown, like intentionally. So, I mean, what do you do at that point too?
Wake up informed. Wake up empowered. Wake up to Total Information AM, your morning must.
Hi, this is Debbie Monterey.
I'm
Megan Lynch.
This is Tom Ackerman. From local news to breaking headlines to weather, traffic, and the stories that matter most, we've got you covered before your first sip of coffee. Expert analysis, bright perspectives from the people you trust. Total Information AM. Your day starts here. Mornings beginning at 5 on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
You guys about my friend Susan L. Ward. So when you're talking about divorce, I take it very seriously. I have been divorced. I have done about 200 divorces as an attorney. And I hate the concept of like divorce parties. It's a sad thing, especially when there are children involved. And I have seen how you can take an already precarious position, because let's just be adults here. If you are seeing a divorce attorney, if you're going through a divorce, things aren't great between you and your spouse, but nothing will make them worse like a divorce. And many attorneys, I can say this now freely, many divorce attorneys will whip it up on purpose so that rather than being a $5,000 divorce, it's a $25,000 divorce. Susan L. Ward has been around the block. I've known her for 30 years, and she was great back then. She does not do that ever. If you want to keep things amicable and you want to try to maybe mediate the case, she can oversee that. She will keep things between the rails for you. If someone is not going to cooperate, if someone's being mean, if someone has been abusive emotionally, mentally, physically, addiction problems, then she will be a fierce advocate, but she has every arrow in the quiver. She'll give you a free consultation when you call and let them know that you're from the show. 314-783-9400, stlfamilylaw.com.
Let's check in with Dave Murray's weather forecast.
No real change in the weather pattern. It is summer in August here in St. Louis. We love it. We know it. We know what to do. Partly sunny skies, hot, it's humid. A couple of thunderstorms around once again. A few will produce heavy downpours of rain and lightning, though that's not for everybody. 93 for the high. Tonight, partly cloudy, a few storms, warm and humid, 74. Same story on Tuesday, partly sunny and humid with some scattered thunderstorms, 91. Wednesday, partly sunny and humid. Upper 80s to near 90, but still a couple of thunderstorms around on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Brought to you by Duke's Mayonnaise.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. Has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Fairwinds River's Edge is more than a place to live, it's a place to belong. Come see why we have been voted Best Independent Senior Living Community for 4 years in a row by U.S. News & World Report. We think you'll like it here, and the experts agree. Come see us for yourself. Call to schedule a tour and complimentary lunch, or to learn more about our upcoming charity golf tournament benefiting the VFW National Home. Find us online at fairwindsriversedge.com.
How many of you think taxes are going to go up in the future? And if they do, who will be hit the hardest? Maybe it's you, headed for retirement. You've been saving in that 401k or IRA, and that money has never been taxed. And Uncle Sam is looking at that account like it's a big, juicy steak. What can you do about it? Join the All Financial Group for their Taxes in Retirement Seminar, Tuesday, August 26th or Thursday, August 28th at Fleming's. They believe a financial plan is not a retirement plan without a tax plan. Fund your retirement, not Uncle Sam's. Reserve your spot today by calling 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824 or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
It's the annual KMOX Blood Drive with the American Red Cross, August 21st from 2 to 7 at multiple locations. Everyone who attempts to donate receives a $15 e-gift card. Make an appointment in the Red Cross Blood Donor app or at redcrossblood.org and enter KMOX for a drive near you.
Here's a few questions for you from California Psychics. Do your workdays seem to go on forever? Is your career progression as fast as downtown traffic? Or does your boss still not know your name?
Hey, you, Tina, Lisa, Sheila, whatever. Get that report to me by lunch, okay? It's Carrie, ma'am. Just get it done, Terry.
It's time to read the career warning signs and talk to California Psychics. We're always on hand to give you the career guidance you need. You see, we only connect you with the very best. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. That's why we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. So you could soon be telling your boss where to stick that report.
Where are you going, Terry? Terry!
Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
Today, the Cards, the Rockies.
Hamlin Total Access 550.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Our conversation with Bernie Miklasz is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Dicon comfort dealer.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX, back from vacation. Good to be back. Bernie Miklasz joins us. Hello, Bern.
Good to hear your voice again, Dave. How's everything?
Everything's good, man. You know how it is, a week on the beach and fills you back up creatively and ready to go.
I could use some of that. So I'm going to follow your lead, maybe.
Yeah, man. I had not been since before my mom passed away, which is crazy. I mean, when something like that happens, you have to self-care, take care of yourself, at least take a big, long weekend. But when I realized that, I was like, okay, it's time. You know, you get this, Bern. Like, you get to the point where you're scraping the bottom of a rusty bucket and you just got to get away.
No doubt about it. I'm not trying to say this like a humble brag because I really, truly love work. But there are times when it's almost, someone has to like drag me away from work, and then which is stupid because then I realize how much I benefit from taking some downtime.
Yeah, I mean, what both of us do is important. People like it. People rely on it. Entertainment, information. But if I ever stop it for a week, the world keeps on spinning.
Yeah, same for all of us, right?
Yeah, that's
same
right.
for all of us.
So what my takeaway from vacation, apropos of baseball, is I watched a lot of Little League World Series baseball. And it was so much fun. These kids are great players, great fundamentals, just really lit a new fire of my love of baseball. And when it comes to this Cardinals team, I think I'm going to hit 25 games tonight. I love this team. Is it the best team I've ever watched? No. Are there problems? Yes, some glaring, but I applaud them for being where they are, given all the circumstances around them.
Well, I feel the same way. Don't get me wrong. As you know, and Kevin Wheeler knows, I don't hesitate to point out things that I don't like as far as just performance-related issues, or to say, well, the Cardinals need to do this, or they shouldn't play this guy so much. That's baseball stuff. But as far as the team personality, I like it a lot. I've liked it a lot all season. Just when I'm ready to say, well, stick a fork in it. I hope, something like, I hope they're not going to finish 10 games under 500 or things like that. They kind of snap back, they get back, they clap back, they rally, and they show a lot of resilience. I mean, they're doing it again. I mean, they had a terrible, terrible time coming out of the All-Star break, and it looked like it was going to be one of those free falls, but then they go and, they go 3-3 against the Padres and the Dodgers. They beat the Dodgers in a series. They come back, beat the Cubs in a series. And, they had plenty of chances to lose some of those games, but they fought through it and won the third game of the Dodger series, won the third game of the Cubs series. And it was a good reminder that, like, there are things, there are reasons why I really like this team. I know their limitations, but I still like the team a lot.
Yeah, one thing I was just telling Wheels this over lunch today, that I've always been such a fan, but not a student. And so I was a fan as a kid of Dave Concepcion and Pete Rose and Kenny Reitz. And I like position players. I like hitters. I've really come this year to appreciate just how critical pitching is.
Well, it really is. And I don't have it in front of me because I'm like the mad scientist in my office. So I'm just always constantly calculating numbers. But I went and studied the playoff field since they switched to, they added the extra wild card. That was 2022. And it was a really, really high percentage of teams that have made the playoffs since 2022. High percentage of them were top 10 in starting pitching ERA. And, most bullpens are in good shape, but if you don't have starting pitching, the percentages tell us it's possible to make the playoffs, but you're really, really up against it.
It's a fascinating thing too, Bern, when you look at what matters for 6 months and then what matters in the postseason, right? Like for 6 months, you need starting pitching. You're going to burn out. You're not going to make it. You're not going to be able to win. And in the playoffs, it matters, especially if you have studs. Like if you've got front end, power arm type pitchers, that really matters. But then it becomes more about the bullpens because teams start going to the bullpen in the 4th and 5th inning, second, third time through the order when they get into the playoffs, and you can be more aggressive in that way. And I don't know and that's why I think you see teams in the off season and in spring training tend to try to build rotations for contenders. And then at the trade deadline, you load up on relievers and try to have all of it going into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's definitely true. In fact, I think one of the most impressive things about Tony La Russa's Hall of Fame managerial career was that in 2011, this kind of thing had never been done before. 2011, he front-loaded his bullpen into games, and it's really one of the leading reasons why they won the World Series. He didn't hesitate. He had those guys up and ready to go at any moment's notice. So, so I give Tony a lot of credit for sort of changing the game and the way teams view their bullpens going into the postseason, and it's gotten even more and more and more in terms of the priority on having a powerful bullpen.
I think that was the first team in baseball history that won the World Series with more innings from the bullpen than from the starters in the playoffs.
Yep.
I think that was correct. And obviously that, leave it to Tony to be an innovator in that regard, because a lot of what we've seen from modern bullpen use comes from what he and Dave Duncan did and what they started with Oakland, with slotting in specialty guys and, like the Rick Honeycutts of the world leading into Dennis Eckersley and things along those lines. And now what's interesting, Bern, and I was looking at this over the weekend because I was thinking of this with Riley O'Brien and Jojo Romero and how they're kind of sharing the most important spots at the end of games, where now it used to be, this is my 6th inning guy, my 7th inning guy. Remember the Royals, it was Herrera to Davis to Holland. And it was like that 3, like 7th, 8th, 9th is how we're doing it. But now it's more a lane and not an inning. So these hitters are for JoJo. These hitters are for Riley O'Brien. And we kind of look at that and play it out as the game goes along.
And one of the things, I know this isn't anything to do with the postseason, although the Cardinals, I think like last year, had they snuck into the postseason, I think the bullpen would have been a real asset. Yeah, who knows? Yeah. They might have been able to win a series or something. But one thing Ollie Marmol has done better than anything else, other than build loyalty among the players, have a great relationship with his players. Ollie Marmol is really, really, really good at putting a bullpen together. And that's happened even after they've traded their 3 guys. I looked at this today. They've played 9 games since they traded Helsley and Maton in March. And two of the bullpen performances were really bad. Okay. You put them aside, but in the other 7 games, they had a bullpen ERA of like 1.73. He's doing it again. So I don't think it's easy to put a bullpen together. This manager's done a whale of a job at it 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
in 2023, he never had a chance. So, no, he did. He really did.
You're totally right. And what's as we look at what can be interesting the rest of the way, I mean, it's still not likely, that you're going to make a push, but it is funny that we're getting into mid-August and you sold at the deadline and you're only 3.5 games out of the last wild card, largely because the Mets can't stop losing right now. If the Mets level off, that's probably going to be a more like 5 or 6 real quick. But the fact that they're losing keeps it funny.
I did a whole video on that this morning. I commended the Cardinals and thought it was funny that the Cardinals went from August the 5th. They were 6.5 games out. All of a sudden, they're 3.5 games out of the 3rd spot. But it's more than anything, it's because the New York Mets have just like spit out the bit. They are they're atrocious. They've lost 11 out of their last 12. And so it's more about the Mets collapsing.
Totally.
But the Cardinals have won 4 out of 6. So even if the Mets collapsed, if the Cardinals weren't winning games, it wouldn't matter. But the Cardinals have been doing their part to win some games. So I actually think it's really fun to watch. The odds are very much stacked against them for a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think it's fun to watch. I'm glad that it's another reason why Dave Glover really loves this team. It's another reason why I respect this team. because there's something about them. It's kind of like, well, hey, go ahead and tell them they can't do something. They'll try really hard to disprove you.
So 2 things. First of all, just a statement. My already healthy respect for Ali grew in not only the fact that he allowed Molina to be in the dugout, but the way he did it with such grace and ease. I was really impressed by that. When everyone and their uncles like, there's his replacement. Really nice job on Ali. And then secondly, question to you, Bern. If you are Chaim Bloom, let's say that the team ends up exactly where it is in a month from now. Are you licking your chops at this offseason because there are so many obvious things to do, or are you just like wringing your hands?
No, Chaim Bloom, from what I'm told, and the information's good, he's raring to go, and he's got stuff in mind in terms of making trades. He's got a list, and he's checking it twice as far as players that he's willing to move, and he's intent on moving a couple players. And he'll do it in a way if it happens which will help set the Cardinals up for the future, especially when it comes to young starting pitching. So he's got a game plan in mind. This is not going to be a twiddling of the thumbs type of offseason. I think it's going to be really busy. And I'm not saying he's going to make 25 moves, but the moves he makes, I think, will have real magnitude. And so I can't wait. I think the offseason is going to be a lot of fun. But I got to tell Cardinals fans what I know, though. If you're waiting for a big increase in payroll, it's not coming. If you're waiting for any real increase in payroll, it's not coming. They are going to rebuild this thing, and what they're going to do, I'm going to use a barbecue term. When I smoke a brisket or a pork butt, they're going to do it low and slow. They're not. This is not going to be, well, we better go spend some money, and it's okay if it's stupid. We got to get the fans off our back. Well, the fans who are smart realize they got to stop doing stuff like that. And I think they realize that after this era of unprecedented excess by the St. Louis Cardinals, I mean, things kind of hit the wall here. They're due for a rebuild. It's not the worst thing in the world. In fact, the Cardinals are able to dodge this for many, 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 many years. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. And it's not taking these half-measure signings that really don't make you better. So I think we're going to find out who the real fans are this winter. Like if once Chaim Bloom comes out and says, "Look, I'm asking for your patience. We have to do this, but we're going to do it the right way, and it might not be, always easy, and you may get frustrated with this, but we will come out of it better than we are, and we will have a much better future because of it." I'm totally cool with that because I'm tired of keeping this thing in the mediocre middle. You got to build something, man, and there's no quick solutions. There's no shortcuts.
Bern, tell us about Saliga before we let you go.
Absolutely. Very happy always to represent Saliga Heating and Cooling here on the Dave Glover Show. Saliga is a Daikin comfort dealer. It's been taking care of generations St. Louis since 1927, including the Miklas family. We've been calling them 16, 17 years, asking them questions, wondering about, is this a problem? Hey, can you come over? Can you take a look? And we have found the things I always stress to you when I talk to you about it on KMOX. I mean, all these years with Saliga, we have found out for sure, absolute certainty. They set the standard for honesty, knowledge, professionalism, prompt service. When they come into your home, they're classy, and they're really a pleasure to deal with. And, it's so hard. Who do you trust in this day and age, right? If you're not familiar with the business, how do you trust them? I'm telling you, you can trust Saliga Heating and Cooling. As I mention a lot, I'll mention again, in our experience, they have found cheaper solutions for us rather than maybe taking advantage of us by trying to talk us into an expensive solution. They don't want to do that. You know why? Because they're nearly 100 years, the same family owning and operating this great St. Louis business, and they want your business. They want your loyalty. So they're not going to mess with you to make a few bucks. There's something really refreshing and redeeming about that. And it's one of the many reasons why we love Saliga Heating and Cooling. One other thing before I go, I recommend the Saliga's Priority Club. It's a maintenance plan. It's going to save you money by extending the life of your current equipment. And that has absolutely been true in our case. If you want to find out more, go to SaligaHeatingandCooling.com.
Grounded third, diving play by Arenado. Big up the out. Unbelievable. Get ready for the ultimate showdown. The New York Yankees come to Busch Stadium the weekend of August 15th through the 17th, and they're bringing the star power. See sluggers like Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton take on your Cardinals in one of the biggest series of the season. Finish off your summer in style with the Cardinals and Yankees. Great seats still available. Get yours now at Cardinals.com.
This is Nolan Arenado, St. Louis Cardinals, Fort Lulu.
Summer in St. Louis means one thing: Cardinals baseball. It's more than a game, it's an STL tradition. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, the boom of the fireworks. It's the soundtrack to summer for Cardinals Nation. So grab your cap and glove and take your spot in the stands, because in St. Louis, baseball is more than a melody, it's our favorite song.
Calling all future sportscasters. Sharpen your skills and learn from the best of the Missouri Broadcasters Association Sportscasters Forum, Tuesday, September 16th in St. Louis. Join Cardinals beat reporters, broadcasters, and the legendary John Rooney, the voice of the Cardinals, for insider sessions on play-by-play, interviewing, reporting, and more. Then cap the day with a Cards-Reds game at Busch Stadium. Open to college students and broadcasting pros. Just $10 for students, lunch, and a game ticket. Space is limited. Register by September 2nd at MissouriBroadcasters.org.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. So I thought this was an interesting story I saw on my break. A company with 10 employees has made a new rule that if two people go to lunch together, they must invite everyone else to go.
A company with 10 employees?
Yes.
Did they give the reason why they want this?
Yes, because it fosters unrest within the troops and cliques for just these two people to go or these three people to go, or there's the little coffee clutch or there's a little lunch club. And so if you and I go, we have to invite everybody.
Is this kindergarten?
No, it's a real company.
So, okay. So we're treating everybody like children.
Pretty much.
Not a fan.
I get it, right? Like, if it's only 10 people, right, and they're worried that they have problems forming of people clicking up and talking crap about everybody else or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't.
Would you want that here, though? Think of the people you don't like here.
Yeah, but there's like 100 people here.
Yeah, but let's say you got
the people I don't like. The people I don't like here is everyone but you guys.
All right, let's just make it simple. Let's say you had to invite Ranji every time we went to lunch. I'm teasing. I love Ranji.
I wouldn't want to invite Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate like what they're trying to do, but at the end of the day, it's like, can you really tell adults like you must include everyone? Like, right. I mean, it's a little patronizing.
I guess that's closer to what I mean. Like Rachel said, like I appreciate what they're trying to do. I think I understand it. I don't know if it I don't know if it works. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I guess I see where they're
shocked
coming
if it
from.
worked.
No.
I think people are just people, and people are going to do what they're going to do. It's like water finding its level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? It's just going to happen.
If it doesn't happen when two people sneak off to lunch, it's going to happen like just in the break room, and someone's going to overhear it, and it's going to be a much bigger problem. You know what I mean?
It's one thing if like 9 people are going and excluding one person.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
Like that's
Now that's what's happening.
that's a different conversation.
That is very funny, but also a different.
Yeah.
It seems like a rule that Michael Scott from The Office made after being like left out
Yes.
of a lunch. Like, actually, you have to
No.
invite everyone
This
because
is-
it's not fair when you
So
don't
you can
invite
either
me.
This is
go
very
alone.
much most of the office went without the like boss and the boss's Dwight, and now they're upset and
Right.
they're making the rule that they have to be included. too.
You're all allowed to go to lunch by yourselves, but if it's more than one, you got to ask everyone because that's practical, right? Hey, let's all 10 people go to a sandwich place and wait 2 hours because we
Paul
can't
makes
get
a good point. If that's the case, then the company should have to pay for lunch.
Yeah.
Because then it's a company wide work lunch.
Even then, though, you can't make that mandatory. You can't be like, you guys can only eat here. Although most people would if it's free.
Rach, you know the walking stick insect that we both
Yeah.
abhor?
Yes.
They found one that was 18 inches long in
No,
Australia.
they didn't.
Nice.
This thing is crazy. I saw this
Yeah.
thing.
Why are those scary?
It weighs like 2 pounds.
Because it's a stick.
It walks.
But it's not. It's
Yeah,
a
that's a
bug
log-
that looks like a
That's
stick.
what makes it horrible.
That's a log bug. Yeah, sticks aren't scary, Kevin. The fact that it's a bug that looks like a stick is what's scary.
Like, what
It's-
if it looked like a rock that would just pick up and run across the beach?
What if it looked like a baseball and you
Yeah,
went to
you mean
grab
like
it
a-
like you do all your baseballs, and suddenly it was some sort of
I would
critter.
love to have a baseball bug.
Suddenly it was some sort of monster.
I mean, the only bugs that are bad are the bitey ones. These guys aren't bitey, right?
I think the walking stick can actually kill you.
Is it a stinger?
Faster than any other bug.
I think she's
No,
right.
no, really?
Yes.
I think that they
They're
use
made of
knives.
poison.
No.
Yeah, they're made of fangs and poison.
No.
Like my cousins.
No.
They're malicious.
That they are, for
They
sure.
talk crap on their friends.
Yeah.
They do. I think they're one of the big bugs. They're like manti. They eat their like partners.
The hell's a manti?
A mantis.
Oh.
I tried to plural it.
Yeah.
I
didn't know if mantis is a word.
I put in Google, are walking sticks dangerous? And it says can be if used incorrectly. And I'm like, what? And then it's like, no, they're talking about canes. Like a cane.
You can screw someone up with a walking
Yeah,
stick.
they are not venomous. They can't hurt you.
Tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. Everyone has been feeling the heat this summer. I don't know whether Dave Murray would say that it's been an especially hot summer, but man, it's been an especially hot, muggy summer. And as I understand a little bit about windows that I do in air conditioning, things like that, it's as much to affect the humidity in the air as it is anything else. If you are too warm during the summer, too cold during the winter, one of the very first things a knowledgeable person, craftsperson is going to say is let's check your windows. Yes, could be the HVAC. Yes, could be this, could be that. But a lot of times it is a pretty simple fix. It's the windows. Now, no one gets excited when they find out that they need to replace their windows. It's not a sexy purchase or an especially fun purchase, but it's cost of doing business. As a grown-up and as a matriarch or patriarch, you got to take care of your family. You can't do better than Universal Windows Direct. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. No limit. You got 8 windows that need replacing. You only pay for 4. No interest for 5 whole years. That's 60 months of zero interest financing. Locally, call 314-334-2522 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com.
Why do the national tax resolution firms need the tiny fine print at the bottom of all their TV ads? Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. You don't hear fast talking disclaimers in our ads because the claims we make are 100% transparent. The Lance Drury Law Firm primarily focuses on one thing, IRS problems, and we're regulated by the Bar Association, and we have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. IRS issues are serious legal issues. The Lance Drury Law Firm has helped thousands of clients navigate the best resolution plans, and we tell you up front exactly how much it'll cost. Tax resolution law is all we do. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Drury Law Firm, located right here in St. Louis. Call today to schedule your free consultation with me, 314-260-6120, or visit LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-525-7718. 800-525-7718. 800-525-7718.
Hello, fellow Missourians. This is your Congressman Bob Onder. My top priority is serving you. Whether you need help with a VA claim, Social Security, Medicare, or any other federal issue, my team and I are here to cut through the red tape and give you answers. In the last 6 months alone, we have returned over $1 million to taxpayers. Call my office or visit my website, onder.house.gov, to learn more. Missouri is my home, and I'm honored to serve you in D.C.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
We can get more sleep, we can get more sun, and we can get more exercise, but the one thing we can't get more of is time. It's time to eliminate the one phrase that could be holding you back from reaching your retirement goals. I'll take care of it tomorrow. It's time to pick up the phone and make the call to Gary Goldberg and the team at Financial and Tax Strategies, 314-991-9005, or online at checkwithgary.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial, Inc., an FFC registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Gary Goldberg, NPN number 918615.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis, KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, we've got sunshine. It's 89 degrees downtown at the Arch. President Trump says he's putting the local police under federal control and will deploy the National Guard to help curb crime and homelessness in Washington, D.C.
Our capital city has been overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, roving mobs of wild youth, drugged out maniacs and homeless people. And we're not going to let it happen anymore. We're not going to take it.
D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says the district has made itself safer.
This year, crime isn't just down from 2023. It's also down from 2019, before the pandemic. And we're at a 30-year violent crime low. We're not satisfied. We haven't taken our foot off the gas.
Could St. Louis County flip red? One county councilman believes so.
So much so, Republican Councilman Dennis Hancock is throwing his hat in the ring, officially launching his campaign. He tells KMOX he believes there's an appetite for a Republican to lead the county and believes his experience and relationships can eliminate the constant infighting.
The council voted me to be the vice chair this year. So there's a working relationship that's already in place.
Hancock says his priority would be taking a new look at economic development in the county. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
Explosions at a U.S. steel plant near Pittsburgh left 1 dead, 2 missing, and at least 7 others in hospitals, with emergency workers on site searching the badly charred rubble for victims. The plant is a massive industrial facility south of Pittsburgh and is considered the largest coking operation in North America. It will not be until this Thursday that Anderson Hospital in the Metro East reopens its outpatient radiology locations.
Anderson Hospital media spokesperson Natalie Head declined an interview with KMOX and referred us to the website. This closure only affects non-urgent outpatient imaging. We are still handling all inpatient, urgent care, and emergency needs, as well as any cases our physicians determine to be urgent. Outpatient diagnostic mammography will remain open and continue to operate as usual during this time. This temporary closure includes Maryville Imaging, Goshen Imaging, Anderson Hospital Imaging Center, and Community Hospital in Staunton. The hospital goes on to state Anderson Healthcare is being impacted by a national shortage of radiologists and radiology technologists. We are actively working to resolve these challenges and are hopeful of having additional support in place soon. Maria Aquina, KMOX News.
A swing and a ground ball right to Sajasi. He steps on second. That's a Redbird winner and a series win over the Chicago Cubs. Light it up in downtown St. Louis.
Don't look now, but the Cardinals are 3.5 games out of a wild card spot. They won back-to-back series against the Dodgers, and Cubs take on the Rockies tonight at home. Rockies have the worst record in baseball, but they swept the Cardinals the last time the two teams met. Pre-game coverage is at 5:50 on KMOX. The KMOX business desk: cannabis company stocks soared higher after President Trump said he'll make a marijuana decision in the coming weeks. Business reporter Jason Brooks.
Shares in Canopy Growth, Tilray, and other cannabis-related stocks surged higher as the president said he will consider reclassifying marijuana under the Controlled Substances Act, seen as a massive financial boost for cannabis companies. Cannabis is currently a Schedule 1 drug like heroin, but the proposed change would lower it to Schedule 3, which is the same as Tylenol. The move would give cannabis companies access to banking services currently denied, as well as potential relief from federal taxes, as firms would be able to deduct standard expenses.
Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index now. Here is Stifel's Scott Bedell. Scott?
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. After spending time in all-time record territory this morning, major stock market indexes began a slow descent as the trading day progressed. At the 3 p.m. closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average had fallen 200 points, or 0.5% at 43,975. The Standard & Poor's 500 index fared better, but still lost 0.25% to close at 6,373, while the NASDAQ Composite Index fell 0.33% to 21,385. Locally, the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index also slipping, down just about 0.5% at 1,564. Checking on St. Louis winners and losers, Cass Financial gained 2% at $42.06. Build-A-Bear Workshops up about 4% at $51.36. On the downside, Boeing slid 1.4% to $225.96. Energizer down 3% at $27.90. And Stifel Financial down 0.5% to close at $111.13. For KMOX, this has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, please go to our website at stifel.com.
Classic August summertime across St. Louis on this Monday afternoon. We all know the drill, partly sunny skies. It's kind of hot and humid, and there will continue to be some thunderstorms around. 93 for the high. Like yesterday, we could see some of these storms produce heavy downpours of rain and some lightning. So once they roll up, be a little careful out there. Tonight, partly cloudy, couple of thunderstorms around, warm and humid, 74. Tuesday, partly sunny, humid, scattered thunderstorms on Tuesday, 91. 73 Tuesday night. Wednesday, partly sunny and humid, a couple of thunderstorms, upper 80s to near 90 on Wednesday. There's a cool front trying to get through, but it never really makes it, and then it just kind of waves around. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. We've got sunshine. It's 89 downtown. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. Our attorneys are committed to you, your business, and your community. We are ready to serve you in the areas of business litigation, intellectual property, health law, and products liability. SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of lawyers is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. It's funny, Rach. I know we're on 104.1, but I'm so used to looking at the giant sign behind you that fell down. So I almost screwed it up.
It fell down today, and I'm happy to report I was not touching the sign whenever it fell down this time. Because last time I backed into it.
And we don't have the skills to put it back up.
No. Well, It's held up by like thumbtacks.
Yeah, like everything else on the show. So we have the reputation for doing anything we can for veterans, and I stand by that. Anytime you have something to talk about an event or an issue, or you need help, just reach out to the show, and we'd like to help you. Today, we have a couple friends of the show. We have Eric Marlinghouse. We have Vic Souders, both of whom we have connections to. So, Vic, you're a daily listener.
I am a daily listener.
And you took over Phoebe's room for your son when Phoebe was born.
That is correct.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts. How did you know? How did you know?
Your voice.
Okay.
I've been a listener to you for years until just recently when you switched times. And
Yeah.
it's just the time doesn't work with me with work.
So you heard me talking, you're like, okay,
Yep.
Here we go.
Quick glance down. It's like, oh, okay. And I knew that was kind of going on in your life.
Right. Well, that's a very cool connection. How's your son?
Oh, he's doing great.
Good.
So he's about to go back to college for his junior year.
For his own good, keep him away from Phoebe. That is the one favor I'll do.
I'm not sure where she's at, but I think they're going in the opposite directions right now.
So you guys are a part of the American Legion Post 422 in Soulard.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's just neat.
Yep.
Like I grew up, so my dad was in the Navy, World War II. My brother was in the Army during Vietnam. Going to the American Legion was a weekly thing for us. I didn't get it back then. Now I kind of get it a little bit more. But for those of the rest of my listeners who did not serve, as I did not serve, and don't go to the American Legion, what is it? What's it about? What's its purpose?
The American Legion is the nation's largest advocacy group for all veterans. So you hear about the GI Bill. That was the American Legion. I should have a lot more notes on me about all that I've been so focused on our particular posts that I don't have those kind of talking popping right up.
Yeah.
But like every post, now that I think about it, every post has a service officer or should have a service officer that helps. Okay, let's face it, the VA is a difficult thing to navigate. I need a little bit of help trying to figure out how to do it. And so the service officers will help them out. There are other organizations that have them. Anybody that's willing to do that is a great human being. Yeah. American Legion was founded right at the end of World War I.
Yeah.
Original things were started in France by Teddy Roosevelt Jr., who was directed to do so by General Blackjack Pershing. And another fact, as I was pulling into the studio, right across the street where the bank's at right now, used to be a hotel. That is considered the founding place of the American Legion here in the United States in 1919. There's a little plaque out front that the bank put back up there to commemorate it.
How about that?
Yep.
So that's where they had their meeting to say we should do this.
Yes, that's where they had their meeting that basically, okay, this is how we're going to do it. Now it's a real organization.
That's so cool. There's a club in town, the Racket Club, that has the Lindbergh table, which is where the reason it's called Spirit of St. Louis is he met with a bunch of rich guys there, and they funded his trip, and I sat at it. In fact, I didn't use a coaster, so I kind of got yelled at.
Yeah.
So tell me about your American Legion in particular.
Okay. We were founded in 1946 by a bunch of people that lived in the area of what is now Soulard. They were all veterans from both World War I and World War II. All American Legion posts are named after someone who gave their life during a war. And so the members of our post,
you pronounce it.
Yeah, okay, I'll take care of it. Three gentlemen, Barlog, Kujai, and Zero were all residents of the Soulard area, and they had pretty much all of them had brothers or other relatives that were founding members of our post.
Okay.
Bounced around. The post started off in the basement of a church, and then it moved into the current building that we're in. I don't remember the exact year when they moved in there. I want to say it was like 58-ish. And we've owned it since and basically had nothing done to the building pretty much since that year. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, that's true pretty much a lot of American Legions. So.
Yeah, we're a small post. We're around 100 members. But we've got some really dedicated members in the post who volunteer their time and put forth a lot of effort to make the post as positive as we can.
Yeah. So I know you guys have some events we're going to talk about. If I were just to walk in your door on any given Monday night, would someone say like, hey,
Well, they'd most likely say, how did you get in here? Because we're
Scary.
we're pretty much only open for events with us being in Soulard, and there's so many other bars. We can't be like a lot of American Legions and VFWs that can be open on any given night just to let the general public come in there and operate as a bar. And that's how a lot of those posts can stay open.
Yeah.
And it's been difficult in the last couple of years for us. And we were looking into selling the building last year. As we came out, we reorganized a few things. We asked the surrounding neighborhood to dig in a little bit deeper. We got back off of our little winter hiatus, and we started making some decent money. We're doing okay now. We could always do better, but at least we were so close to closing, and now we've actually got some money in the bank, but not enough. I mean, we're still just going to continue, and that's what we'll do. We'll just continue where we're at.
But Dave, to answer your question, if you came in on a random Friday night when we were open, so typically we're open the third Fridays of every month for events. You'd be welcome with open arms. You know, we invite the community to come in. We can't survive without the community. A lot of our members are older than you, Dave. They're,
we're the young guys.
Yes, we are. Yeah. And I'm 55 and Eric just turned 55 and we're the young guys in the post.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we love having the community there, and we love, being able to do things to support the community.
Yeah. Like Vic was saying, every third Friday we do our third Friday happy hours. We get a live band in there. We serve music. We serve music.
Yeah.
We serve food that is far better than what you're ever going to pay for any place else.
Yeah.
And we always change the menu up each time. And it's a very small menu. We've got one of those coming up this Friday that Vic is taking charge of.
My friend and I, Sarah Siren, last year did a pig party where basically we had a combo platter of different pork meats, and it went off really great. In fact, it was our best event of the year. So this year is Pig Party Part 2. And Sarah and I, again, will be cooking all the food. We're going to do pork belly burnt ends. We're having cracked bacon, which is like a walking bacon type. Sarah is doing a pig club sandwich, which roast pork, ham, bacon. There'll also be some St. Louis style ribs on the plate. Sarah's doing a corn salad with bacon that's really amazing, and I'll be doing a Cajun mac and cheese with andouille sausage.
Did you hear that, Andrew? A corn salad with bacon. Did you clock that?
Oh, I hear it.
Yeah.
That's all he heard.
He started writing with a crayon.
Corn?
Something. I don't know what that was.
And Sarah's also doing a dessert, which will be a bacon donut.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Bacon maple donut.
Bacon maple donut. Yes.
Anything else you guys have coming up you want to?
Absolutely.
For the year 2024, the Post was named the Legion of the Year for the city of St. Louis. So we're going to follow that up and thank everyone that supported us through such a rough year and still helped us get out on top. We're going to do a pig roast on more pork. We do actually do other forms of food, but yeah, we're going to do a pig roast. I haven't done one of those in over 10 years. So the food will be open to free to the public. And then it's an American Legion, so the drink prices are definitely not going to break the bank. I'd love to see everybody come on down to that.
That'll be September 15th. I'm actually calling it Vic and Dave's birthday party.
Yeah.
Because my birthday is the 11th and
There
yours
you
is the
go.
6th.
Yeah.
And we'd certainly invite you and anyone from the show.
Yeah, I believe that's actually September 3rd.
13th.
September 13th.
It's
That's
13th.
perfectly fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we'll go from 1 to 6 on that.
Yeah.
We've got like I said, we always get music at the happy hour. We got the Day Drinkers, which is a band that kind of moves around the St. Louis area quite a bit. They've got a good following. They love getting them there. They always do what they can to play for us when they can. And then the 9th Street Surfers will be there on the 13th, which is another. They float around throughout the St. Louis area. They've got occasionally have guest bass player that you've played with
Oh,
a
yeah.
few times.
Yeah.
So Greg Hlub, sometimes I'm not saying he's going to be there. He probably won't be, but you never know.
Yeah.
They always have great musicians that play with them.
We need to get my band out there.
Oh, that'd be
would
great.
be fantastic.
Do a DGS night. That'd be fun.
That would be
be-
absolutely excellent.
Is there a website people can go to?
We've got a lot of different Facebook pages. The post itself, I know this is going to bore everyone, but BKZ post 422 in Soulard, American Legion. That's the post page. We've also got a group that do not necessarily have to be veterans, that they can jump on there. The Friends of the Soulard Legion, BKZ post 422. And then just strictly for the Third Friday Happy Hour info, it's the Third Friday Happy Hour at the Soulard Legion. And that's the number 3, not spelt out.
But we'll do everything we can to help you guys. That's great.
Yeah, thank you for having us so much on the thank you so much for having us on the show. We
You're
really
very
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every week on the Moth Podcast, we share stories that are funny, strange, heartbreaking, and above all, true.
I myself have been married for 56 years. Unfortunately, to 4 different women.
It turns out the people I was looking for all my life is what you people would call nerds.
Follow and listen to The Moth on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Home title theft. It's on the rise and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert. And that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
Hey, St. Louis, this is Ben Barnett, board-certified master arborist and owner at Timberline Professional Tree Care. As a local small business owner for the past 24 years, I always do my best to shop local and support our community. Recently, 2 of the largest tree contractors in the region have sold to out-of-town investment groups. This means that the new owners of these companies are not invested in quality, customer satisfaction, or safety, except for how it affects their bottom line. Timberline Professional Tree Care was founded in 2001 and is focused solely on giving you, the customer, the safest, highest quality product while providing the best customer service before, during, and after the job. I've poured my heart and soul into tree care for the past 24 years, and we aren't going anywhere. When it comes time to take care of your trees, I ask that you shop local and call me, Ben Barnett, at Timberline Professional Tree Care, 636-479-7475, or online at stltreecare.com.
So Zero Res is celebrating Pet Appreciation Month. August is Pet Appreciation Month. I don't trust people who don't like animals. Maybe cats aren't your thing. Maybe dogs aren't your thing, whatever it happens to be. But, you know, like, be good to your animals. And I love mine, but every pet owner knows what it's like when your cat doesn't use the litter box, or your dog, whether they're very young or very old, they just go where they happen to be. So we, first of all, there are no harsh soaps or chemicals. So everything we do at Zero Res is going to be friendly and safe and healthy for your pets. We also have some treatments that if you think like this carpet is done for, it just smells. It smells like I'm living in a barn. They can get that out of there and put some things down to deter the animals from doing it again. The DGS deal this month is 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129 and 15% off pet odor treatments. Give them a call, 314-474-2020, or book online at ZeroResSTL.com.
Calling all future sportscasters. Sharpen your skills and learn from the best of the Missouri Broadcasters Association Sportscasters Forum, Tuesday, September 16th in St. Louis. Join Cardinals beat reporters, broadcasters, and the legendary John Rooney, the voice of the Cardinals, for insider sessions on play-by-play, interviewing, reporting, and more. Then cap the day with a Cards-Reds game at Busch Stadium. Open to college students and broadcasting pros. Just $10 for students, lunch, and a game ticket. Space is limited. Register by September 2nd at MissouriBroadcasters.org.
Total Information AM, weekdays 5 to 9 on the voice of St. Louis, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 104.1 KMOX 323 alongside with Rachel and Kevin and Andrew. We have Dave Murray, the fifth Beatle, joining us in the next segment. Sweet 16 with Skip Weber is going to be here. I was just talking about it's National Pet Month with Zero Res. Today, the Sweet 16 is best fictional pet of all time.
Love it.
Yep. DGS Happy Hour.
Ooh, sounds good.
Anyone want to kick it off?
Let me look at my sheet here.
I got stuff.
Why don't you start, Dave?
All right.
Vacation guy, go first.
One serious, one not serious.
Caveman. Vacation guy.
You know how much I worry about Alzheimer's, and I clock everything. They believe that they may have found the Holy Grail, and it's lithium. Not the kind of lithium that you take for antidepressant or antipsychotic, because I would be on that tomorrow if it were. But it's the kind of lithium you get in your food, and it's not that much of it necessary. But they've used it in mice with Alzheimer's or some sort of, who knows how they give the mice that, or they just wait around for them to get it. But it's actually reversing it. So that's really, really hopeful.
Man.
On the goofy side, a cockatoo, you're picturing the bird, a cockatoo has 30 discernible dance moves.
Oh, yeah. They're awesome.
Yeah.
I see them on TikTok once in a while. They're funny as hell, man.
30 different moves.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they're all, it's like, do they have like the electric slide or something that they're taught at cockatoo school?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's weird that they're all doing the same thing.
I don't know which is funnier, that cockatoo have 30 different dance moves, or that Kevin is like, oh yeah, I know them all.
They're awesome.
I'm watching them.
I don't know if I know them, but I know the birdies. They're funny. You put on music and they just start their little routine.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Rach?
Okay, I didn't really have a happy hour picked out, but since you brought up the birds, I recently watched a film from the 90s that you all will roast me for. Have you ever seen the movie Polly?
Like Paulie?
It's with a bird. Paulie.
I can see the front of the movie.
No,
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
It's a good movie. I thought it was
No,
going
it's
to be. It's really good, and
No,
I
it's
cried
not.
watching it. It was
No,
a
it
sad animal movie.
Sounds like more of a confession.
And Polly should be on the Sweet 16 of best fictional pets, because I was watching this. I'm like, what does my boyfriend want to watch this movie? This is so stupid.
Did he set you up?
Yes, because I was like sobbing at several parts in this film. It was so unbelievably like touching and sad, and a good pet movie. I would say, like, don't watch it with a little kid because they're gonna cry.
Who was the human star?
There's not really like a.
Do you want my Netflix password? Like, what is it? You're watching
Netflix.
like free Tubi
Tony
movies.
Shalhoub. It's got Tony Shalhoub.
That's
well,
why
there
you
you go.
watched it.
Well, that's why I was convinced to watch it. That is correct. I love Tony Shalhoub. But it's like Jay Moore from SNL voices
Oh, boy.
Polly.
Oh, the bird talks?
Wow, it's getting
Yes,
worse.
that's the whole plot of the film. Is he's a bird who talks.
Freaking stupid Jay Moore.
He's really coming at you.
I know. It's and the funny thing is, I told him I watched this movie, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's actually pretty good."
No, I wouldn't have said that about Polly. I said that about the last weird movie that you brought up. That one I was like, I remembered.
Sorry for having hobbies and for getting into films.
Classic film.
You're a
Classics.
cinephile now.
Yeah, film noir.
Classic parrot film.
I'm gonna start a Letterboxd
I was gonna
account.
say, Rachel's super active on Letterboxd, but it's all like Tin Cup with Kevin Costner and Don Johnson. 3
So anyway,
stars.
check it out. It's free on YouTube right now. Anybody else got a real quick happy hour?
Was Kurt making fun of your crying?
No, because he knew I was going to cry because that movie is legit sad. It's
I-
very touching.
I can never make fun of someone for crying. I cry at every movie.
Well,
Like
and
literally every
especially
movie.
with
Like
animals.
just the end of a movie makes me cry because I'm like, it's the ending.
All
things end.
I only cry on porns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a certain kind, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think we've gone through the happy hour.
Okay.
I think that's
It
it.
ended on a dark note.
Certainly did. Nothing awkward there.
The Dave Glover Show.
If you sit down with me and we talk about who I am, what I am, my values, political, voting record, you're never going to walk away and go, that guy's a bleeding heart progressive. I'm just not stupid. And I just don't take bait. And I just don't do things because you tell me to, or that I'm afraid that if I don't, fall in line or get on the bandwagon, people aren't going to like me. Been there, done that for years.
The Dave Glover Show, now on FM 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius or two have geniuses and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we've got a crash on northbound 170 right now. It looks like it's in the right lane, but it looks like they're just clearing it. So they may be just opening up. Yeah, they're just pulling away. So the right lane's being open as we speak. Northbound 170. The crash is north of Olive. Traffic's jammed back south of the Forest Park Parkway for now, but it'll start getting better. But that is a solid jam if you're headed that way right now. We have other places where you have delays. Westbound 64 from Lindbergh out to 270. It's a little slow at the Boone Bridge, and then 364 all the way out to 70 after that. If you're on southbound 270 south of Page, down through to about 64, and then it opens up until you get to 44, and then it's slow to gravel. Northbound 270, Clayton Road up to Ladue is pretty busy right now. Southbound 55, Gasconade Bates, you've got the usual delays. Zeta McNutt, slow, and Jeffco. Eastbound 44 from 55 across the Papa Street Bridge is heavy over onto 5570 because, again, they have that lane closed at Exchange around the clock for the next 2 weeks. Both directions, so be prepared. And then eastbound 64 is also bogged down 157 into 159 as well. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
So just spent a week on the beach, and it's not like I was, Tony Atlas or something, or people asking for my ab workout. But I saw a lot of guys, and I saw a lot of guys my age. And I saw a lot of guys my age sort of built like bowling pins. You don't have to go that way. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to forget about sex when you hit 50 or 60. You don't have to forget about sports or working out or improving. A lot of times, people get to a certain age, whatever that age is for you, and you go, good enough. That's it. I'm just going to coast the rest of the time. And if there's one thing that modern medical science tells us is it's never too late to build muscle, never too late to get healthier, better shape, better sexual shape. One thing you can do is go see my friend, Dr. Kathy Maupin at BioBalance Health. All you have to do is take a blood test. She'll tell you exactly where you stand, not just on testosterone, but on everything. We found people with type 2 diabetes many times, or pre-diabetic, or other issues besides testosterone. Of course, we tell them to go see their regular doctor. But if what you need are the testosterone pellets, I've been doing them for 6 years, and they're great. Right next door is BioBalance Skin, where you can get Botox and chemical peels and fillers and things like that. Dana, who is the injector, is a good friend of mine, and she's super artistic, very conservative. She doesn't want her work to walk out the door looking bad, so she'll always help you out. That's biobalancehealth.com.
Hey, it's Jeff Sachs at Sachs Financial, retiresafestl.com. Have you ever wondered what it's like to work with a financial advisor? Are you in your 50s or early 60s and really haven't talked to anybody about how you retire? Give me a call today. Check out our website, retiresafestl.com.
We started Neovitin because we wanted to create a multivitamin for ourselves. That's why we focus on quality ingredients and formulas with our multivitamins. Neovitin 50 Plus multivitamins are formulated with over 20 vitamins and minerals, along with our 4-ingredient physician-formulated proprietary blend for the highest quality daily nutritional support. Give Neovitin 50 Plus multivitamins a try for yourself. Find them at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, and online at neovitin.com.
This report is sponsored by Metro Transit.
All summer long, Metro Day Passes from Metro Transit are just $5, so you can take a summer daycation anytime, because your air-conditioned, no-gas to buy super safe, super clean Chariot awaits. Buy yours at metrostlouis.org. That's metrostl.org.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 1041 FM KMOX 335. Time to talk to Dave Murray. Hello, Dave.
Hello there. Welcome back.
Thank you, buddy.
You looked refreshed.
Yeah, I feel good. Feels good.
They'll last for about 12 hours.
Yeah, it was only a 5-day actual vacation.
Okay.
Which I found out from my daughter's 2 days too long. She was like, yeah, I'm like a 3-day guy. I'm like, oh, okay, good. But in my version of a 5-day is you cram everything in and you get too much of everything too quick. Too much sun too quick, too much seafood too quick. Then you just get on a plane, you fly home.
I don't know. Too much seafood. Is that possible?
No.
No.
Man,
I
it
don't
was
think
good.
so.
Woo.
So good.
So good.
So jelly.
So good. And
What was your favorite? What was your favorite seafood meal?
We went to a place which was nice, but not white linen tablecloth nice on the beach. And I was going to get the mahi tacos, and then they had a grouper, just like a grilled grouper.
Yes.
And I asked Christian, my server, I said, and before I could even finish the sentence, he goes, go with the grouper. 100% go with the grouper. It was like 2 or 3 times more, but probably the best piece of fish I've ever had.
Yeah.
Just fantastic.
It's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, grouper's great. And you can do it any way you want to.
Yes.
Yep.
They blackened it, but it wasn't super blackened.
Yeah, that's
you
good.
know,
Yep.
it was so good. But then I had some cheap mahi tacos at another place. It was
Awesome.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
In Florida, I mean, I'm sure it's the same out west, Dave, but when you're close to the ocean, you can't go wrong with anything because it's pretty
I
much
agree.
caught that day or
I
the day
agree.
before. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, someone was looking at salmon, and we're trying to figure it out as a family, like how far salmon has to come to get to Florida.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty far.
Yeah, get the mahi. It's right
Yeah.
off the water there.
I think it's
That's
pretty
right.
far.
It's right there.
It just came
It's
off
right
the
there.
boat.
So's the group.
Yep.
So, Dave, I know that August is August. I know that September can be very warm, but can we start noticing, like, with the days getting shorter and, like, are we starting to turn an early corner yet?
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
Perfect.
Now, with that said, I've got a couple of things to talk about, but
Okay.
but weather-wise, first of all, the next couple of days aren't too bad. It's not super hot. It's not super humid.
Mhm.
And temperature, we're 92 tomorrow. We're like 90 on Wednesday, 92 on Thursday. Could there be a couple of thunderstorms? Absolutely. But that's not too bad for the middle of August. However, come Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, and probably into the following week, we're back into the upper 90s with humidity to match.
Okay.
So it's coming back. A couple of things to look at early in the morning on Tuesday. This is about 30 minutes before the sun comes up. Check out Jupiter and Venus very close together in the eastern sky. They're pretty low on the horizon, but you should be able to see them. Also, the Perseid meteor showers peak on the 12th, the nighttime of the 12th, into the early morning of the 13th. It's pretty easy. You just look up. They're typically a pretty good shower. There's also a new tropical storm. It's Erin. It's off the coast of Africa. It has days and days and days to go, but it is a watcher. However, when a system like this is out over the wide open waters and miles to go, the computer models go berserk. Just go berserk, and they are ranged. So don't trust them. Don't look at them. Just don't waste your time, because they range from a major hurricane to absolutely nothing.
Oh,
that helps a lot.
Mm.
So don't just give it some time. Let's watch it and see what happens.
Yeah.
That sturgeon moon sure was beautiful this weekend.
Mm.
Dave.
Hey, I saw that in Florida. It was gorgeous.
Nice.
So you could see the moon in Florida.
Evidently, it's there too. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, at first he was sad because he thought he would miss the moon.
Right. It was red too,
Mm.
which
yeah.
may have just been a Florida thing.
What was that when you saw it coming up?
Yeah, it was like whatever night it was when it was full, and it was mid-evening, and I just sort of caught it out of the corner of my eye, but stopped me in my tracks. It was just so
Yeah.
beautiful.
It was one of those moons that stopped you in your track. No matter where you are in this country, it was spectacular.
Yeah. I like the Florida weather. I like the pop-up storms in the afternoon. It tells you it's time to
Interesting.
get off the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're usually really cool to watch.
Yes.
I mean, they're big and they have a lot of lightning.
Yes.
And they can do a lot of stuff, but they're kind of cool to watch.
Super cool. Okay. Headlines, Rach.
Brought to you by Schnucks. Reward yourself daily with the Schnucks Rewards app. According to a Resume Now survey of 878 workers that was conducted this past May, 90% of older workers report experiencing age discrimination.
Believe it.
It's translated into bias related to pay and opportunities. They say they're paid less than younger colleagues for the same work, passed over for promotions, and are pressured to retire or targeted during layoffs. Now, it is illegal to discriminate against workers 40 and over, but it's still a problem because it just seems like people accept this more than other forms of bias.
Yeah.
It's also an interesting thing. I mean, I say this on the wrong side of that curve, so I'm not really. I'm talking about what is against what will eventually be my interest, but we do that to people in their 20s all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to discriminate against someone for being too young.
Mm-hmm.
You're too young, you don't have experience or whatever, whether it's related to the job or not. It's just an interesting dynamic that when we're all young, we hate that. But then when we're older, we like that and we hate the other way around. It's just a fascinating thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Paramount has bought the rights to UFC in a $7.7 billion 7-year deal. So Paramount's going to offer all of these matches at no extra cost. So it's going to be a shift away from the pay-per-view model when it comes to Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Yeah. So that's basically the model that all the other sports have been working on, right? Fighting sports have been much more pay-per-view because, the big fights, the ones that people are willing to pay for are rare, right? They don't happen that often. But UFC kind of keeps the thing moving with different events and different types of things. So
Did I saw something on the Savannah Bananas. I saw the main guy with the fedora interviewed, and he was saying, we're not the Harlem Globetrotters. We are not just a show team. We respect the MLB, but we want to build a league that does fancy baseball so that people have a choice between MLB and Banana Ball. I know. That's kind of my response too.
Yeah, good luck with that, brother. Just enjoy what you have and keep doing it because
yeah.
You're gonna do because too much of that is just gonna get boring. What makes it fun is the uniqueness of it. And it's not going to be good enough baseball to compete with a better league that has the best players in the world. Like the most entertaining thing about any sport is seeing the best of the best compete against each other in a real environment. Everything else is a sideshow, which, by the way, is okay sometimes. We like a sideshow as a break. It's kind of fun. I'm not banana ball guy, but I get it. I get why people like it because it's fun. But can you really, that's like having birthday cake for every meal. Like, can't really do that.
So AOL is discontinuing its dial-up service next month after more than 3 decades of operation.
You don't have mail.
About 160,000 people still connect to the internet through their landline telephone service. So they're going to have to figure out another option.
Wow.
I would have never thought that was up.
I know.
I don't think I ever did it. I don't think I ever did it.
Oh.
I was not an online guy.
Okay.
And when I was an attorney, people took care of those kind of things. When I started doing my radio show, I had producers. I don't remember ever dialing up.
Oh, yeah, we definitely did. I can't remember. We must have done AOL, but if we didn't,
Like,
there
we
was
didn't do
another
it at
service
home.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that stupid thing to connect. Sometimes you're like,
Yeah, and sometimes it wouldn't work. It would go through the whole sound.
oh, and then
it'd
it'd
be
hang
like,
up on you.
mhm.
Yeah. And you'd be like, oh, come on, man. Or somebody would call the house and you'd be like, "Ugh, you just interrupted my work.
Oh, so you couldn't take a phone call and do?
No, not unless you had a separate line.
Yeah, if you were rich,
Yeah,
I guess
if you were
you
super
could.
rich.
If you're a billionaire. Okay, so the founder of Arizona Iced Tea is considering raising the price of the company's signature tall boy beverages due to tariffs on aluminum imports. They've maintained their 99-cent price point for their drinks since the early 1990s, but they're saying this might be the final straw to finally up the price.
It's too bad.
Bernie Sanders all but rules out a 2028 presidential run, hinting he's not going to do that due to his age. He's going to be 84 next month.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've also decided I'm not going to dunk a basketball.
Yeah, and I'm not going to I'm not going to sign with the Cardinals next week. I've decided.
President Trump is considering reclassifying marijuana from a Schedule 1 drug to Schedule 3. That stops short of full legalization, but would significantly ease restrictions, allow for tax breaks, and boost medical research.
What is the current argument against just federally legalizing when so many states have legalized it?
I think it's just the classic.
Yeah, I think it's
The
just a moral
morals.
issue
Yeah.
for a lot of people.
Morals. For these people in DC?
Right. That's the one bridge too far.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
And final story for you guys. WhatsApp is banning 6.8 million scam accounts and launching a safety tool to help people from being duped on their platform. I just thought this was interesting because we talk about, all these spam phone calls, these spam emails, all of this stuff happening. This should be searched out and destroyed way more often than it is. Like, people are just allowed to scam you. It feels like no one ever gets in trouble for this kind of stuff.
Agreed.
So, I think it's great that this company is at least taking the initiative to protect people from it. They're educating you on how to spot a scam, and they're getting rid of accounts that they know are dangerous to their users.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
You got it. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we got a new trouble spot if you're heading into Illinois. This traffic reports the service of the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company. There's a crash eastbound 64 just past Barack Obama Avenue, so traffic's jammed back to the ballpark on eastbound 64. After that, it's okay on the 5578 Exchange. Of course, there's a lane closed each direction for road work there, but it's all bottled up behind the crash for now. Now, once you get past that point, if you stick with eastbound 64, you're still bumper to bumper due to road work from 157 all the way to 159. I told you at the last time up, they cleared that crash north 170, north of Olive. Traffic's still a little slow from the Parkway to Del Mar and from the Rock Road up to 70. South 170, Loudoun to Brentwood's kind of off the pace. Westbound 64, Lindbergh out to 270 is the busiest part, and then Lake St. Louis Boulevard out to 70 after that. South 270, south of Page, down through 64 is busy, and a little slow past 44, just midway down to Gravois. North 270, Manchester, Ladue is slow. Southbound 55, Gasconade debates and Zeta McNutt, you've got the usual heavy stuff. Times are always changing, but Penn Mutual stands the test of time. The 178-year Young Mutual Company is leading the way in life insurance. Ask your independent advisor or go to pennmutual.com/STL. I'm Roger Brand at the michaelsflooringoutlet.com Traffic Center.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notified